888-0950 to schedule maintenance, repairs, or tire service. With Big Chief Tire's trusted care, you'll tackle every journey ahead with peace of mind. Start the year strong. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
If you need a good idea for a great Valentine's gift, try 1010XL's Sweetheart Suggestions from
Kuhn Flowers and Wick, a candle bar.
Happy Valentine's Day. Find everything you need to know at 1010XL.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hammond, Valentine's Day is coming up. Got any romantic plans?
Dad, I'm married to Clean Air. My plan is to help Jacksonville families breathe easier.
You're helpless, but Clean Air does sound nice. Can duct cleaning really help?
Absolutely. Dust, allergens, even odors can build up in your ducts. Cleaning them now makes your air fresher and healthier for your family. The EPA says better indoor air quality can reduce health risk.
So cleaning ducts are like Valentine's Day gift for the house.
Exactly. Forget chocolates. Fresh air lasts longer and doesn't melt. Plus, we've got a February special, $100 off your total.
All right, sign me up. Maybe fresh air will make Mom fall in love with me again all over.
You'll have to take her to dinner for that, but cleaner air will definitely help.
Fair enough. Jacksonville, if you're ready to show your home some love, Google Zerorez and read over 7,000 five-star reviews. Zerorez.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Cerorez. Zerorez.
If you've played sports or still lead an active life, chances are joint pain is nothing new. This is Dr. George Barry of Barry Orthopedics, and we like to be your option when it comes to taking care of your body and getting back in the game. From shoulders to elbows to hip and knee pain, Barry Orthopedics can diagnose and treat a variety of injuries that are causing you pain. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com. With more than 30 years of experience, our team is here to care for your entire family.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, if you want to call me champion, go to Philly, baby. The Eagles, easy over the Chiefs last night. Shocking how easy they beat them. They beat them up. They dominated them. It reminded me of that Seattle win over Denver. Remember that one where the Denver offense and Peyton Manning was so record break? Funny how football works. That Denver season was a year where Peyton Manning and the Broncos set all kinds of offensive records. Defense wins championships, the Seahawks told them, and they blew them out 43-8. And then a couple years later, the Broncos with a pitiful offense. In a year where Peyton Manning embarrassed himself statistically, was able to defense wins championships, go and beat Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Well, it's the same thing last night. The best defense won, and they won because of the defense. The Eagles, look, they made plays offensively. They've got playmakers. They spread it around terrific. Not sure Jalen Hurts was the MVP for my point of view. I think you have to honor that defense. They won the game. They held them scoreless into the fourth. They made Patrick Mahomes look terrible. Rolling around, throwing it up for grabs, in his face, pressuring him. I mean, and those guys were dogs, dude. They didn't blitz the whole game.
The front four was the animals.
They did not call one single blitz. It's amazing. It only took Vic Fangio 9 times to figure out Patrick Mahomes. I'm not comfortable with the Vic Fangio genius, the reason. I'm not comfortable with that because you know why? I saw a stat that made me go, wow, they're trying to sell me something here. Vic Fangio had played Patrick Mahomes 8 times before yesterday. Did you know that?
I did not.
Did you hear a lot about Vic Fangio and the Eagles defensive coordinator and how what a big role he played last night?
Yeah, last night I found that out.
Yeah. He played Mahomes 8 times before that, and Mahomes was checks notes 8-0. So I don't really think it was Vic Fangio. I think it was 4 dogs with their hand in the ground, just laughing. I hope they were mocking that Chiefs offensive line as they played. I hope those big boys, as they get along, just chortled and laughed at them and called them the betas that they were. Man,
I got a feeling they were. I got a feeling they were.
They should. They beat those players. Hey, Chiefs, you're a dynasty. Hey, Bills. Hey, Ravens. Hey, all y'all. Hey, Jags. Why does this team look unbeatable until some NFC team comes along and beats them by 20? Man, y'all got to go get the Chiefs in the regular season. Stop giving them this home field advantage where they just cakewalk into a Super Bowl. Because here's what happens when you get blown out 2 Super Bowls and then suddenly, you won 3, but you barely won all 3. You trailed in the fourth quarter of all. Everyone wants today to say ding dong, the witch is dead, and proclaim the Chiefs dynasty over. Not sure if we're quite there, but man, it's for the second time in 5 years, they're going to have to rebuild that offensive line. Because an offensive line that cost them, any chance in the Super Bowl loss to Tampa Bay showed up again. It showed up again last night. And, to the victors, as they say. It was all Eagles. Very, very, very impressive. Nothing but kudos for Philadelphia, their fans celebrating. Please leave your city standing today, Let's don't burn it to the foundations. Go have a good time. Maybe high-five each other this time, But it just an incredibly impressive performance by the Eagles who win the Super Bowl. And last night ought to at least give the AFC just a little bit of a wake-up call, right? If you are Buffalo or Baltimore, or Cincinnati or Pittsburgh or Houston or Denver, I'm naming off playoff teams, gang, and our team was 4-13, so I'm not going to go putting the Jags in the conversation until we win a couple. But this should be a little bit of an eye-opener, a little bit of a, y'all get some sort of battle plan here and stop letting the Chiefs beat a bunch of good teams every year. There's a lot of good teams, a lot of good players, multiple MVPs in the AFC who aren't getting a shot at the Super Bowl because they clutch up and choke against Kansas City every time. I'm talking to you, Buffalo. I'm talking to you, Baltimore. So, as bad as the Chiefs looked last night, let's just say they're the kings of the AFC. So, I can't help but think that Buffalo or Baltimore or anybody else would have played the Eagles a lot better than the Chiefs did last night. But, no one wants to beat the Chiefs. So it doesn't really matter. Anywho. E.T., would you fire up the band, my friend? We have what is called in the business a football fix. The football fix is brought to you this morning by the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Club. And the Big Orange Course, man, they're going out with those personalized Valentines. 355-SING or bigorangecourse.com. My men over there have been doing it for 15 years. They haven't changed the price in 15 years, gang. $75. You get 2 songs, you get Big Hershey's Kiss, you get a rose, you get a digital card. I just got to tell them next year we're going up. We're going up next year. So anyway, $75. You can call today. You can get yours. ordered up. Go ahead and do it now. They're delivering on Thursday, Friday, I think, of this week. Is Valentine's Day Friday, I think? So Thursday, Friday of this week. And, there you go. You should take advantage by dialing you up one of those singing Valentines. Actually, a couple by the quartet. So the Eagles win last night, and that will pave the way for the next head coaching announcement to come, one would think. Kellen Moore spent all weekend basically. Look, if you're the Saints and it's not Kellen Moore, the official question is, well, what are y'all doing, right? Because everyone has their coaches by now. But it certainly seems like, it doesn't seem like it will be Kellen Moore announced at some point. Meanwhile, the Eagles, shout out Max. Shout out our guy Max, who I believe is going to be in Philly for the parade. Yeah, a lot of people.
For real?
A lot of people don't do the game anymore. It's become so expensive. Big fans now, like Buffalo Tom every year, books his ticket to Buffalo for the parade and then cancels it, like he's done again this year. He literally this week told me he had to cancel it. And so Max, I had talked to him before. I asked him any thoughts of going to the game, since it's in New Orleans not that far, but he was going to be out of town, and said no, though he did have plans to be at the parade. See, Max is a good Philly kid. He's a nice young man. Not all Philly people want to, rip your eyeballs out.
There's some good Philly fans out there.
Yeah, there's a few. There's one. I'll let you know when I find the second one. The Eagles say that the Chiefs' three-peat talk definitely fired him up. Yeah, I don't buy all this after the fact stuff. How about this? The last press conference say this. Hey, man, you know what? I just want to say this. These jokers keep talking about three-peat. We'll find out on Sunday. If you want to give me that before the game, I'm all for it. When you going to tell me after the game how much you were disrespected? Nah, buzz off, man. You're going to own that one. You got to tell me before. You can't tell me after you done beat them. Oh, yeah, we were. But no. Tell me Friday in the press conference. Just one last thing to those big mouths over there. We hear you talking about the three-peat. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP, man. A winner in the Super Bowl. What a career this guy Jalen Hurts has had. College at Alabama. The up and down career there. It was so funny. I couldn't help but put in my brain when he threw that long pass to Devontae Smith how similar it looked to another game-winning pass to Devontae Smith.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That Jalen Hurts had to be on the bench watching because he got pulled at halftime for a freshman. Tua threw a ball to Devontae Smith to beat Georgia in the, I don't know if that was the Natty that year or the SEC.
Yeah, I think it was the Natty, wasn't it?
Yeah. Tua threw a ball to beat Georgia. It was about a 42-yarder to Devontae Smith in that same spot on the field. And Jalen Hurts had to watch that. And it had to, as exciting it was for the team, it had to sting a little bit. It was basically the end of his run as starting quarterback at Alabama. And here we are, some 6-7 years later, and it's Jalen Hurts throwing that same deep bomb to Devontae Smith, this time in the Super Bowl. Hurts, I got no problem with him being the MVP. It just felt like the story of the Eagles' victory last night was defense. Chiefs-Ravens have been installed as the favorites to win in 2026. Eagles near the top of the futures odds. Yeah, anybody but Kansas City I would vote on. This one does feel like it's at least send us into a more normal period of it's not the Chiefs every time. I mean, it feels like that at least. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. That's enough. Hicken Arrival comes your way next. We got Tony Baselli this morning at 7:20. We've got the Monday Morning Running Back. We'll talk with Fred Taylor. We're talking golf as we are at TPC Media Day here at the Stadium Course. You're listening to The Drill. It's the Monday Morning QB. DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The beach is calling, and she must go. Lauren Brooks.
Okay, that's not creepy.
On Helmets and Heels from noon to 2.
Can you just back up a little bit?
On 1010XL.
I'm not a bikini waxer.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
ET here, and if you've ever been injured in an accident, visit my buddy Dr. McGowan at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. You have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits, even if you're at fault. And no matter what you hear, you have the right to choose your own doctor. So I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Their auto experts will guide you in every step of the way to ensure the care that you need. Your recovery starts with McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Leandria McLeod, senior basketball player at Ed White High School. Leandria is a 3-time team MVP and is a member of the National Honor Society.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Upgrade your home with the winning combination of style and performance from Renewal by Andersen. Energy efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. For a limited time, buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires February 28th. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
You know, many plumbers won't quote prices over the phone and instead charge a service fee for an in-home estimate. Of course, because they know once they're in your home, you're probably not going to send them away. But Roland Reach Plumbing is different. Roland will give you a price quote over the phone, and there's never a trip charge or service fee for an estimate. So if you've got a leak and can't wait a week and don't like paying unnecessary fees, call on Roland Reach Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Best Bet is number 1. That's right, Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine have one-card poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play one card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war, just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. Learn all the games at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Now here's my love. For years, we've been telling you about one of the most unique Valentine's Day gifts you can give. I promise you, in the list of memorable Valentines, your sweetheart will put this near the top. We're talking about the Singing Valentines. It goes to a great cause, and the Big Orange Chorus is going to make your Valentine's Day. It'll include 2 songs by the quartet, a rose, a big Hershey's kiss, and a digital photo. Get yours today by going to bigorangechorus.com or call 944-355-SING.
Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. The Philadelphia Eagles are once again Super Bowl champions. The Eagles steamrolled the Kansas City Chiefs by 18 last night to secure their second Lombardi trophy, thanks to a powerful defensive display and MVP performance by Jalen Hurts. The 6th-ranked Florida men's basketball team shocked number 1 ranked Auburn by 9 on Saturday. Walter Clayton Jr. returned to the court after overcoming an ankle sprain, securing 19 and earning a career-high 9 assists to lead 5 Gators in double-figure scoring. The win marked the first against a number 1 opponent on the road in team history, the second win over a top-ranked team this season. The Gators are back in action tomorrow against 22-ranked Mississippi State. Catch play-by-play at 7 on 92.5 FM. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. It's 60 degrees at 7 o'clock. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
That'll wake up the country club.
Yes, sir!
Trying to strike a chord. And it's probably A minor.
I get fined for that out here.
Wake him up, Nick.
Yes, sir. Good to be here. Good morning, everybody.
Somebody woke up Jordan Spieth this week. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, we're out here at the beautiful stadium course. Never gets old.
Man, especially this time of day.
Just sit out here all
that
day.
Fog kind of just hanging. It's about 10 feet there over there.
Yeah. Good to be here. Good to be here. Super Bowl Monday.
Yeah, so we're going to leave in 20 minutes to play golf. Y'all have a good day.
Supposed to be a national holiday.
Today is?
Yeah, day after the Super Bowl.
Should be.
I guess next week next year it moves to next week where the Monday is a President's Day where who really gets off President's Day? Who are we kidding? So the banks will be happy, right? The governments and schools, they'll be happy. Oh, that's better than nothing, I guess.
What a dog Super Bowl.
Terrible. One of the worst ever.
Yeah, wasn't any good. It was over before it started.
Yeah.
24-0 at the half. Oh, if the Chiefs come out and score, they came out business-like. They're ready to go, said Tom Rinaldi.
Yeah. Nah, that one, you could tell. You could tell when it was just there. No.
When you're rushing 4 and you're getting home, you got troubles.
Yeah, they did.
And that's what the Eagles did the whole game.
They never blitzed.
Never blitzed.
I've never heard such a thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of 6 sacks with no blitz? That's like a high school overmatched game or something.
It was fantastic. So for the Eagles, I didn't know who I was going to root for, so I just let it play. I kind of found myself leaning towards the Eagles. I just was over the Chiefs, and I enjoyed a little, a little
comeuppance.
Yeah, they just. The brain trust. They're better. They're brilliant. Yeah,
right. I got you.
They put their pants on one leg at a time, just like we do.
And here's what. And listen, look, titles are titles.
Yeah,
they stand. But this, if you're a detractor, you throw back. Well, yeah, that's great. You won 3 where you trailed by 10 in the 4th, and you had 2 where you got blown out.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you what the and then I'd say because let me tell you what the Patriots never did.
Yeah.
They never got their pants pulled down and embarrassed like you jokers have now, not once but twice. And so I was rooting for the Chiefs. Not strong. I don't like either one.
Yeah.
But I found myself taking a lot of joy in not having to watch Taylor Swift smooch on Travis Kelce and
it's not the Mahomes stuff. It's more of that other stuff. Everybody respects Mahomes, but I will say this: Mahomes is yet to have just a few little nitpicks on Mahomes. He's still the GOAT right now, but just look, he's yet to have that Super Bowl game where you went whoa, like Brady did or Kurt Warner.
He's had him in the playoffs, but he's not had him there.
Yes, so. there was that. He was stymied. I mean, he had Bortles-like yards at the end of the game. That stuff don't count.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I would have gave the MVP to a defensive guy for Philly. If you're ever going to do it, this was the game to do it. And Jalen Hurts was terrific, but he piled up some numbers after.
Either one of them.
I would have said Sweat, 2.5 sacks, 6 tackles.
Yeah, I thought, again.
Did he say DeJean? Did he say Coop?
He sure did.
It's too bad that didn't lock up because we can't trade our guy BTJ.
No.
And then Coop went before we picked next, I think.
40. He went 40. So Mason, he went 40.
Yeah, we picked 40. Yeah. So we didn't have a chance to grab him.
Coop nasty, though. I like that kid. Ooh, he nasty.
Happy birthday to Coop.
Happy birthday. Hey, I bet you LeBron.
A touchdown on his Super Bowl.
I bet LeBron knows who he is now. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
I bet LeBron knows who Coop is now.
That's fair.
Very good.
He needs to send my man an apology.
A tweet or something.
Yeah, very good. Very good. I see you, Coop, is what I need from LeBron. So.
Right.
But yeah, so lots of little things from the Super Bowl. Everybody obviously watched it. I'll let you give the halftime review. I knew nothing about it. So tell me, was it? I've read mixed reviews.
That's why I gave it about a 6.5, 7 because it should have went more mainstream. You'd have to really be a Kendrick fan to know a lot of the songs. Really, there was a handful of songs I didn't know. However, he did play the main song, which I did not think.
He did the diss song,
which
right?
I thought that he was not going to do.
And he said Drake's name.
Is that tacky or no?
I wouldn't have done it. Like it's adding fuel to the fire. But I mean, hey, as they say, all gas, no brakes. So it is what it is.
Well, back in the day, these feuds could end to like somebody shooting someone. I feel like these two will just have a slap fight somewhere. Am I wrong? I mean, this is not like Gangster, is it?
Yeah, they're not doing it. Now their entourage,
let me ask
maybe.
You, that jacket he wore, did that say Florida across the front?
I couldn't tell.
It looked like it said Florida.
I travel because I go to a party and it's awesome because the halftime show's so long I can travel. I always miss the halftime show, but I don't miss any football.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, in the end, like I said, I read mixed reviews on it, so it is what it is. I did not hardly watch the commercials. I watch them more on social media, like the day after, the day before when they play them. The only one that I've seen that I really, really liked was Harrison Ford for Jeep.
Yeah, I
Mixed in America. I thought that was really good. I enjoyed that one.
I've not seen the big. Yeah. I thought the one, and I didn't see there many was one where there's one where I like which one was it? Where it was like some sort of I can't remember the product, which is and again, but there was one where Peyton Manning had a cameo. There's famous people, you know. And
there was a Bud Light commercial where they're having the party at the cul-de-sac.
I think that's it.
And he was in it, and Posty was in it.
Yeah. That's
Shane Gillis was in it.
Yeah.
So that was that one.
There was two that stuck out to me. There was the one that just uplifting children, like everybody.
Yes.
That was a good one, but also the breast cancer awareness one is my favorite.
See, I didn't see it. I got to go watch that one.
Go ahead.
That's why boobies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, but
nothing funnier than breast cancer.
Oh Jesus!
Glad they put a spin on it.
Yeah. But yeah, look, credit to the Eagles. They took it to them. They got tired of the 3P talk. Get off Jalen Hurts now. He's, you know what, the guy. What a great route. What a great story Jalen Hurts now becomes. And there's nothing like it, man. The difference between winning and losing the Super Bowl is almost like nothing.
And he's
like it.
It's. I don't want to call him unpopular. It's hard. He's not popular. He's not a likable, embraceable, warm guy.
Dude,
he just is, and not bad. There's nothing offensive.
He's quiet.
But he's just quiet. He just has a resting, angry face. He's just not a embraceable.
Dude got benched in college.
Yeah.
Got benched in college. Tua came in, saved the day, won the Natty.
Hit Devontae Smith for the touchdown.
Jalen stays, never wavered, though. Sidelined.
Stayed for another year, I think.
Yes. The body language never was bad. In fact, not only stayed, but then bailed out Alabama when Tua got hurt in the SEC championship game and came back and won that game. Then went to Oklahoma for a year. And he was very good last night. He was very good.
Just
very
managed the offense, ran when he needed to.
They put that dagger in him at 27.
Quarterback rushing record, 70-something yards.
Yeah. Golly, he's run for.
He had the one terrible pass early, ill-advised, where they were looked like they were.
That was it.
And then the defense just, I mean, the Chiefs didn't have a first down forever. They didn't get past midfield till the end of the half.
Oh, the half.
It's unbelievable how they shut them down.
They couldn't run. They couldn't pass.
The O-line got just obliterated.
Annihilated. Josh Sweat, I think, is an unrestricted free agent.
Well, why? It would make too much sense to go. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. For a group here in Jacksonville, we'll talk to Tony that's real insistent on building inside out.
Yeah.
Perfect example for you last night with the Eagles.
So y'all stop your Travis Hunter and you go get Mason Graham.
If Mason Graham is Jalen Carter. If not, find me the Jalen Carter.
Well, yes. Yes, but that's after, the NFL is a great copycat league, so that's what you want to do. Let me get in the poll question today, brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes. We got Tony coming up, you said?
Yes. This is the last one. This is scheduled, by the way. This isn't Tony running for the hills now that he's in upper management.
This is it.
This was scheduled to run his Breakfast with Baselli ran through the Super Bowl. And then we will be coordinating with Tony moving forward to get a good plan in for y'all when we get to the football season, whether it's with Tony or one of the coaches or someone else.
All right, so our Dreamfinders Homes poll question today is brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes. They have an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate right now. Your chance to lock it down and get in the game. There's 15 locations around Jacksonville to serve you. Check them out. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. Do you believe the Jags' new regime and Trevor Lawrence will get to a Super Bowl one day? Do you believe that? Now that the Super Bowl is over. Okay. Yes, I still believe. AFC quarterbacks are too good. Surround 16 with talent. No way. Those are your four choices. Yes, I still believe. AFC quarterbacks are too good. Surround 16 with talent. No way.
Well, I'm an interesting respondent here.
Okay.
And I'm off of one.
Okay.
But I'm not anywhere near D, no way.
Okay.
So I think I would have to say this falls in line with kind of my response now while we wait on Trevor to resume form.
Mm-hmm.
And that is I don't ever think he's going to be the reason why they don't win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So I'd have to say C.
Surround 16 with
and
talent.
that matters because there's a lot of teams who can't win a Super Bowl because of their quarterback.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, you could argue, was
in trouble.
Howie Long said in the pregame all game that Jalen Hurts was the best player on the field in the last Super Bowl that they played. Phil, if you go back.
Well, he had numbers.
Yeah.
He plays it a little different, right?
Yeah.
It's just not. And by the way, a point that was made last week on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Really now we're going to see that, and this was such a legacy definer for Jalen Hurts. If he loses that game and they stumble along, he's just a guy. Well, now he's a two-time Super Bowl appearance. He's a Super Bowl MVP. It's a whole different world.
E, what say you?
I'm agreeing with Joe. I'm not going to say no way.
Okay.
They haven't really shown it's like starting brand new. It's like we're starting all over.
Sure.
But I'm going to go with
and I will say
16
this
with
in
talent.
fairness. By the way, you should be happy. I saw a little of your TV show yesterday. So
Thank you very much.
That bothers you. You and Brent were doing an excellent job.
Thank you.
Counting down the kickoff.
Yes.
Marty Lee's perspective I found especially interesting.
Marty Lee got to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. Yes, I still believe that's 45% of the vote. No way, 24%. Surround 16 with talent, 23%. AFC quarterbacks too good, only 8%. 600+ votes. And our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day.
Well, and what I was going to say is that I saw you, and I heard you guys talking about Trevor, and I think it's fair, but and I think it's also fair to be optimistic and expect that you can get the guy from mid-21 to mid-22 with some stability around him, right? With an offensive line that doesn't play every game like Mahomes' offensive line just played.
Yep. All right, so that's a Dreamfinders Homes poll question today. We got Baselli up next. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All
Breakfast
right,
with Baselli.
Let's do that next, right here on The Drill.
This is your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
I told you guys I don't pay much attention to the assistant coaches with the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I got one shout-out, and I got one favorite assistant coach right off the bat, and I bet a lot of you old Jacksonville people will concur. Edgar Bennett's coming home. Shout out Edgar Bennett. Our guy. I love Edgar Bennett, man. We've known Edgar Bennett since the 80s when he was a running back at then Lee High School, Riverside High School. Played with Leroy Butler, went to Tallahassee, covered him many times there. Covered him with the Green Bay Packers, had a nice career as a running back, and now he's the receivers coach, been in the league a long time. He's going to bring some experience and help this young staff out with a little bit of, elderly leadership. Anyway, congrats and welcome home to our guy, Edgar Bennett, the new wide receivers coach of the Jags. And that, my friends, is your Duval Minute. Minute, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Listen, the job market is always hot at Lift Power. They're looking for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. Benefits are unreal. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. That's why Lift Power year in and year out is voted one of the best places to work. Rapidly growing, family-owned and operated. Screams stability. The Hunes do an unbelievable job. They want you to be part of the family. All you got to do to learn if there is a situation there that fits you, go to liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
Favorite things about the First Coast? It's like a big, small town. You're absolutely right. 1010XL, Jacksonville's big, small town sports radio.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Certainly facing some interesting economic times. For me, it's great to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Those are Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Why? The experience, the expertise, the knowledge from Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman, from Reagan Wright and Dan Abel, from Scott Regner and Janice Kopp, from Reed Wingate as well. My family, my friends, I send them all to ITP. Why? Because they listen to each of us individually, and then they give us an individualized strategy where our goals are their priority. Great time to get in the game, guys. For more info, Chris at ITPpartners.com, Chris at ITPpartners.com, or just give him a call, 312-9751, 312-9751. ITP Partners are my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all clients' experience, no guarantee of future performance or success.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Your new roof from Universal Roof and Contracting can help save a life. Percentage of every new roof this month will go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. St. Jude's is leading the way. The world understands, treats, and defeats childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection. This promotion ends February 28th. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Hicken here for About 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bow 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
The rumors and trades.
That is the game within the game.
The decisions and deadlines.
Our work is not done now.
The off-season overflows with surprising storylines.
I'm all ears.
Let AA Automotive and 1010XL guide you through the off-season.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiège experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJax.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Guys, Valentine's Day is coming. Don't run out of time. Jacksonville Flower Market on Beach and Southside has fresh, beautiful flowers she'll love. Mention radio to get 10% off. They'll even customize the bouquet so it's unique to her. Jacksonville Flower Market on Beach and Southside.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Baselli. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida. Hall of Fame Quality Roofing Solutions.
Oh, that's perfect.
Commandant.
We will show
Baselli.
the respect now. It's a different world.
This is first time. This is first time Hick gets you in official capacity, Tony. I broke you in last week. Now he's coming with hard questions. We need to know where are we picking number 5.
I got some questions and ideas, Tony. I'd like to run by you.
Well, I mean, Hicken was like, who knows what he was doing last week? He wasn't working. We know that. That's about all we know.
He was Caribbean it up, buddy.
I thought the season was over. It's time to get away. I worked so hard during football, Tony. I went and got some R&R in the Dominican.
You're
I was grinding. Thank you.
Yeah, you're a grinder. I mean, Dan, this 20-year career, when I hear people talk about you around town, it's like, man, Dan's a grinder.
Thank you, friend. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Grinder.
What I thought we'd start once a month, Tone, is something called a think tank lunch.
Okay.
Me, you, Jeff, and E. We'll put it on the Jags card. We'll do it over at like Capitol Grill. And we'll kick around some concepts and rationalizations about the Jaguars football team. We don't need any credit, but we'll just try to throw some things at you during the think tank lunch, some ideas and stuff that will make this team
modern-day skulls.
We'll all be in this together, Tone. We're rooting for you like nobody's business. Just your thoughts on the think tank lunch idea.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
That's too bad. That's a shame.
Right.
Missed opportunity to call that, Tony.
Is that because you're too busy, or what's the reason for that? You don't need our ideas? What do you say?
It's not only that I don't need your ideas. I don't really care about your ideas.
You don't care about them. You don't want them.
That's fair.
No.
What about all those Mondays,
right.
Tony? What about all those Mondays that you just agreed passionately with us? What about that insight?
Well, I mean, here's a little behind the scenes. I agreed just to get off the phone half the time.
Okay,
that's fair.
All right. I know what I want to ask you. How much scratch you pulling in on this gig?
You missed last week. We already guessed, Tony, so it really doesn't matter.
It's a heck of a gig, man. I mean, congratulations.
That's Hick's first question. That's all he wanted to know. What kind of money they giving this guy?
I'm excited for you. I love you, too.
Switching gears from stupid questions.
Yes.
I know everyone watched the Super Bowl last night.
Yes.
And you know what table I've pounded on for since you guys
Inside out.
Big guys.
Inside out.
Yeah.
Inside out.
Is there any better picture than watching that game yesterday? The team that dominated the line of scrimmage won the game. At the end of the day,
question I have is, they did dominate. How? I mean, like, we played the Eagles this year. I mean, shoot, our O-line, beleaguered, played better than that. The Chiefs have they haven't had the worst offensive line in the league. The fact that this D-line was able to not even blitz and just live in his kitchen is, how did they do it? How did they do it?
Well, I think a couple things. One, I mean, they sent the tempo early, and I think they did that offensively. It was clear early in that game that the Eagles' offensive line was like in control. Now, I give the Chiefs a ton of credit. They were going to stop Saquon, and they did.
Yes.
But, as far as getting to Hurts, getting him off his point, affecting the timing, and even in the run game, I mean, Saquon got a little bit of, not Saquon-esque, but it wasn't just terrible either. And so that offensive line, and they set the tone there. And then defensively, listen, the Chiefs have struggled to tackle all year. They moved Tooney who's one of the best guards out to left tackle. And he's not a left tackle. He's a heck of a football player. And the Eagles got better throughout the year. They continued to get better and better and better. And if you look at that game, they really won from the defensive end position, just squeezed Patrick Mahomes all night from the start. And that combined with the fact the Chiefs could get nothing going on the run game, because all year this was a team that ran the ball. The Chiefs ran the ball pretty well. Mahomes would make a play when they had to. It wasn't like it was not Mahomes' best year by any means. And it was a defense. It was one of the best defenses. Spagnuolo, the coordinator, and they did a great job defensively making it difficult. And they dictated it really from the defensive side of the ball, and they just couldn't do that. And the Eagles controlled both lines of scrimmage. And when you can rush four, it goes back to the Coughlin. It goes back to the Coughlin Giants against Brady when New England was the best team in the world, and they faced the Giants. The Giants could rush four and play coverage and get to Brady. Well, last night we saw a team that could rush four, get to Mahomes, and play coverage, and it makes it really, really hard to play football.
Plenty from the game itself to talk about, but as we sit here and I'm just like thinking about the Eagles, the journey they've had, what the last year and a half has looked like, and man, we have not given enough credit to Nick Sirianni. We have not, man. Not just for the game plan.
Not enough credit. We've killed the guy.
I'm going to tell you this. This guy, when you do it as perfectly when you do it as perfectly as he did, it doesn't come up. That was a freaking minefield. A.J. Brown was a pain. He was trying to create as much division. He didn't get along with Jalen Hurts. I promise you, that thing is not a good deal up there all year. There's been a lot of tension and stress, and they, early in the year, they were talking about, they're booing Hurts. They're talking about getting rid of Sirianni. To keep those dudes together, to come up with a winning game plan, to know that you faced this team 2 years ago, to learn from it, and to play it different, and the outcome completely different. I mean, a guy who's, I feel like he's going to get the kind of credit he deserves for more than anything, just how Tony managed, there's a lot going on in that Eagles locker room, it feels like.
Well, I'll say this. I think you got to give Sirianni a ton of credit, and I think you got to give his staff. I mean, I think, Kellen Moore came in as offensive coordinator, did an outstanding job. Vic Fangio just took that defense. It really struggled last year. They had a lot of the similar personnel. Now they drafted well in the secondary, and guys like Cooper DeJean, who had the pick six and has played great as a rookie.
Quinyon Mitchell.
Yep, but, Vic did a great job. So I think the staff did now, and they got one of the best offensive linemen as coaches as well. So they got a really good staff. And then I think if you look at Howie Roseman, how he's built the team and his philosophy, it's very clear. They invest a lot of time and resources and picks on both lines of scrimmage. I mean, that's their philosophy, and they do it year in and year out. And so you take the combination, and we talk about it. We talked about it for years. It's never one guy in football. This is a team sport. You build it together. You need a lot of key positions to have strength. And I think if you look at the Eagles from the front office to the head coach to the coordinators and kind of, the philosophy of that building, really regardless of who the coaches are, Howie's he's gonna go build offensive and defensive linemen. He's gonna go build the line of scrimmages, and then you get some key guys, and they've drafted really well. You look at the draft picks they've had. Smith as a receiver. You look at the tight ends they've drafted. You look at all those offensive linemen they drafted outside of Beckham, who's a free agent. You look at the D-line, all guys they've drafted. Except for maybe
the
Sweat.
corners, the rookie corners, the
drafted.
Kobe
And then
Dean at linebacker. They're everywhere, man.
Can you pluck Howie Roseman as the GM, Tony? He went to the University of Florida, you know. Maybe you ought to call them. Is he under contract? Can we get him?
No, I think he's probably pretty locked up, Dan.
Just throwing it out there. Think tank. Think tank what?
Tony, also Mahomes. We're thinking, can you get us Mahomes?
My goodness.
I'm just trying to get us a Super Bowl, Tone.
This is why this is Tony's last appearances. Wait till free agency comes, Tony. Can we sign him, Tone? Can we sign him? Get Tony on the phone. We want that.
Thank goodness this is. By the way, all the Googans, this is the last show, regardless of me taking this job or not. Just so everyone's clear, because I can't do off seasons on this show. I cannot.
That's fair. That's fair. It's too much. Yeah,
I can't do it.
In the old days, in fairness, in the old days, it interfered with all his vacation stand. But now this summer he's actually going to have to work, so I'm looking forward to that.
So no on Howie Roseman. Okay, no on Howie Roseman. Just an idea. That guy is
but my point
tremendous,
is,
though.
The bigger point is the Eagles now. Everyone, now it's in the spotlight, and hats off to them. They did a fabulous job all year, and they won the Super Bowl, and so they're in the spotlight. But it is it is having a plan, a philosophy, investing in that, executing it from top to bottom. It's everybody in the building. This is why you have to have strong communication and collaboration together, because it's not any one guy. Like, it's not like put Howie Roseman on the pedestal, or Sirianni, or Fangio, or Hurts, or whoever, because they've built it with very specifically what they believe their philosophy is that will give them a chance to win the Super Bowl, and they executed it. Everyone did their job, and now we're sitting here on Monday after the Super Bowl, and they're probably just going to bed because they just got done celebrating, and that's what we want. That's what every team wants.
Tony, do you prefer Mason Graham or Abdul Carter then? If we're going inside
I'm not
out.
getting into any individual players. What I will get it, because we're getting ready to kick off GM interviews this week.
Okay.
When's mine, Tone? When do I get mine?
Tony, what about? I got another guy. I got another name for you. How about Les Snead? Can we get him from L.A.?
Also,
Les. He was here.
I think Les has a job. I think he's probably happy
pretty good
with the Rams. We're going to go build this the right way, and we're going to go through it. And we've been, our scouts and led by Ethan have been working their tails off throughout the whole weekend. They worked, getting us everything ready for the combine. So, we're going to go get the right GM, just like we got the right head coach, and then the GM and the head coach will work together, and I'll be a part of it. But those guys are going to go, understand what the attributes and the type of players we want and how we want to play football. And then we have we're going to end up with a great GM. Like, I believe we got a great head coach, and we have really good scouts in this building, and they'll put together a plan. We'll go execute it. So I'm not the one who's going to be picking players. I'll have an opinion because I can't help myself.
Thank God.
An opinion.
Tony, I don't want to. I don't want to shortchange you. Tony, you told us about Bigsby. You came through with the combined sack total 2 years ago. You're hot right now, so make sure your opinion is heard.
I have an opinion, Dan. You know that, and I love ball and I watch it. But I am not I haven't spent the years these scouts and these guys have been doing it. And
he doesn't need all that pressure, Hick.
Okay, all right.
I've been sitting in with them and watching the process and how we do things, and it's been very impressive. And we're going to get to the right answer. But the first things first, we're going to go find the right GM.
Okay.
To be paired up and to do.
What does that mean, Tone? I don't want you to get specific who you're hiring per se, but when you say right GM, what do you like? What is that combo fit between?
That's a great question.
Okay,
that's a great question. I'll give you my perspective how I'm going into the interviews, and I think obviously Liam's going to be part of it, and he has kind of what he's looking for, and Mark Lamping will be involved, and we have a number of other people involved, and ultimately we'll make a recommendation, and Shad will be very involved. We'll make a recommendation, and Shad will make a decision who the next GM is. But what I'm looking for, first and foremost is the individual. From a character and integrity standpoint, what kind of ego this individual has. Because, just the way I'm wired, and probably because of the position I played, you got to be in it for each other. and it's not about you as an individual. Like I'm not looking for the smartest guy and to let everyone know they're the smartest guy because how great they did when they picked good players, and and if it's not a good player, it's someone else's fault, and we're just not going to have that in this building. And so really for me, it's looking at the type of character and the individuals they are, and then what's their vision? How do they see building a team? What's their philosophy? And then the process. How do you get to that answer? How do you work in a collaborative method? So those are kind of the three big buckets that I'm looking at to understand who the individual is, what their vision, their philosophy of football, how you build a team, and then how do they get to that to the right answer? What's their process? So I think that will give you a good idea and a good sense. Just like we knew what we were looking for in a head coach, and Shad was very clear of kind of where he saw it and where he wanted to go, and we went through the process. And at the end of it, we landed on the right guy. And I'll tell you, I was excited the night we offered him the job and he accepted it. I am more convicted after being with him for 10-plus days and working side by side with Liam Cohen that we picked the right guy in the energy, like the focus. I mean, you look at what he did, put together a staff, and I think it's a great mix of young, innovative minds and veteran guys who have all guys from the NFL with NFL experience. I think it's a great blend, and that was like watching Liam go through that process and how he got to the right answer on each of these position coaches, and especially in our coordinators and everything else, was really impressive. I mean, he's a tireless worker. So, I think we're in the right direction. We've taken one step towards where we want to go in the process, but you got to win each of those steps. And right now we're in a good spot. And now next challenge in front of us is to go get the right GM.
Last question from me. It's Don Anthony. Does arm length matter for the GM?
No, we're not worried about length. No length.
Okay, just check.
We're not concerned about length or hand size or 40 time or how many times this individual can bench press 225. Those are all things that will have no bearing on my recommendation, at least.
Tony, my last question is this. I've never met a coach that took over a situation that didn't think it was full of all kinds of high-ceiling optimism. So with that as part of the answer you're about to give me is what have you found now with this role, more engaged with man on the street in the NFL, what the thought is on how realistically close we are considering our quarterback and our talent level when healthy, and does that matter to you what other people think? But give us an idea from official league circles what the belief is here that the job, how big is the job?
Yeah, I'm not one that worries about what other people are saying outside the building about who we are or what we are. I'm more concerned of what we want to be and how we view ourselves, and are we doing the steps to get there. So that's first. Second, I think it's very positive overall across league circles, this roster and kind of the opportunity that we have. We have a lot of really key positions locked up under contract, starting with Trevor Lawrence. I said it on your guys' show all the time. I believe, and I have a strong conviction, that Trevor Lawrence will bring a Lombardi Trophy to Jacksonville as the starting quarterback of this team. I believe that. And I believe this is the day I met him and we drafted him. And that has not changed one bit. We got a number one receiver in Brian Thomas. Give Trent and his staff and the coaches that were here a ton of credit for going and finding a top level number one wide receiver that we think is just going to get better. So you have Brian Thomas. You have two starting caliber tackles that I think are better than what we've seen so far. And I think the staff will get even more out of them. And so you look at the offensive side of the ball, key positions that everybody is trying to make sure they have a guy in those positions. We have those. And I'm not leaving out any. We have a lot of other good players around that positions. But you think about key positions. And on the defensive side, we got two pass rushers, and we got two defensive ends that, a year ago had 27.5 sacks, led the NFL in sacks. Yep. Let's not forget that. Now, it was last year. Did we get the production?
3, by the way. We need 3, just so you know. We need 3.
Well, just relax, Dan. We got 2. That's 2 more than some teams have in this.
By the way, those two didn't have a bad year last year. They did not have a bad year.
Right.
They did not have a bad year. Those are 2 really good football players. And so people look at that and say, man, they got two ends. We got a corner in Tyson, who's a quality, strong starting corner. And listen, Tyson's a good football player. Had some injuries, but man, he's a good football player. And so we have a lot of the key positions that you want to get high caliber players. I think we have those guys, and so that gives us a ton of excitement. And I think that's why, you talked during the process of the head coaching search. A lot of people talked about this was one of the best jobs, if not the best job that was open. And we believe that, we're not in rebuild. We're not rebuilding. We're going to get this thing right. We're going to go get the right players. We got the right head coach. We're going to get the right GM, and our expectations. We have high expectations for this team, but we have a lot of work and a long off season. We got to win every day. We got to win. We're coming into the combine. After that, the free agency, the league year starts. We got to do a great job and make sure we're, with our GM in place and the draft, all the things like it's a process that you got to focus on the process because we can't win or lose a game. We're not going to put a W on the board. Now you can set yourself up to give you a better chance of winning, or set yourself up for losing if you don't do it right at this point. And so we want to be in a position that when we step on the field, when the games count, that we've given our players, our coaches, this organization the best chance to go win football games. And as we talk about all the time, we want to be in December playing games that we are fighting for a division title and playoff seeding. That's what we want to be in that place, and so that we can get into the tournament. And you get in the tournament, anything can happen. And we've seen it here. We see it every year in the NFL. And so that's what we're going to do. Let's go find a way to win a division, get the highest playoff seed we can, and then let's see what happens when the playoffs kick it off next year.
All right. Tony, just let us know which speakeasy and at what time do you want to have our first meeting?
Think Tank lunch. All kidding aside,
don't say anything else about it. Yeah.
I got you on the calendar next week.
I'll send you guys an encrypted
yes, that's right.
Special code.
Yes.
So you guys meet me. And if I'm not there
double identification. Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah,
if you're not there, we'll leave. Yes.
And we are going to make just a big Baselli signal that will flash up into the
And if I'm not there right away, just hang in there. I'll show up.
Okay. Start without you is what we'll do. We'll start without
lots of ideas. Got lots of ideas, Tone.
All right, Tone.
Roller coasters back in play.
This guy, he may go on to these big lofty titles. He'll be back on the air with us. We'll get him back on.
Love you, Tone. Congrats,
Have
man.
a great
Go get him.
Go get us a winner, my man.
Guys.
Thank you, buddy.
There he goes. That's Tony Baselli, the pride of the Jags, the big fella, as it were. All right, let's come back and hit some of the other. Hey, Super Bowl Sunday was a big flop. Super Saturday was a Florida fantastic. Oh my gosh, what did that Gator basketball team do on Saturday? So we got 10-minute drills, some other headlines. Obviously, the Super Bowl champs. The champs are here, and they're in Philadelphia this morning. A blowout win over the Chiefs.
Where electrifying moments come to life.
Inside of a minute to play.
And legendary performances live.
A monumental milestone in a legendary career.
1010XL. The power of Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Around this time last year, I was celebrating. Why? Because I had reached my goal of dropping 40 pounds with Awaken 180. It felt great. We all set goals, but most times we don't have a plan to hit them. So it's not really a goal. I'd call it more of a wish, and we know how that saying goes. With Awaken 180, I didn't wish the weight away. I had a plan, and this time, I knew I'd reach my goal, and I did it. 40 pounds gone in just 2 months. Simple. That was a year ago, and I haven't put on a pound. How do I feel? Like $1 million. Like the horizon line that looked so far away all those years is now right in front of me. And it's a brand new day, and it's time to seize it. Night and day from where I felt carrying around all that weight, having to untuck my shirts, winded trying to tie my shoes. If you're overweight, you know what I mean. Set your goal and know you'll reach it with the solution for weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Okay. Hey, Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's best eye doctors at each of those locations. Plenty to serve you. You know, after being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden, frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Of course he is. Why? He's one of the few specialists in cornea and external disease in the area. And, of course, the founder of About 9. Visit About 9 Associates today. You'll experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. You know what that is? That's About 9 Associates.
Tired of seeing the signs of aging in the mirror? Fine lines, sun damage, redness? They don't have to be part of your future. I'm Dr. Mark Capel, a board-certified dermatologist, and I can help you look and feel your best without invasive surgery or painful treatments. Imagine rejuvenating your skin in a relaxing, comfortable environment with minimal to no downtime. Smooth out fine lines, even skin tone, and restore that youthful glow. Find out how to look and feel your best at dermagnify.com. Dermagnify.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
What's happening, folks? It's your boy E.T. here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. I hear it was packed yesterday, too, for the big game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees. And rare barrel-aged whiskeys, yeah, they're served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights, too. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late at night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every dang on time. Dig your hands into smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
This is Tony Baselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 133541.
Denny Thompson here. You gotta check out Tyson's Showroom Home Theater with surround sound and comfy theater chairs. You can transform your living room into a cinematic experience. I can stay there to watch all my games. It's that comfortable. Call Tyson today and bring the theater experience home. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
Ackerman Urology offers the most advanced options for improving men's health and vitality. Their board-certified urologists treat all prostate disease and sexual health issues. Call their new location at World Golf Village or visit AckermanUrology.com.
If fishing is in your DNA, hop in the boat with Captain Kevin. It's the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show, brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Royal Pest Services.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hit it.
All right, we got sports concepts and rationalizations. We're live. It doesn't matter. We're out at the stadium course. Media day. It's like letting the caddies loose in the pool.
We got our baby Ruth. We got our tea time, which is very, very appropriate.
10-10.
10-10.
We got
going right.
Sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. E, are we handing out a razzle dazzle at the end of the drill?
Oh, we sure are. I got a $75 gift card to Wick Candle Bar. Plus, I got $75 to Kuhn Flowers. Y'all know Valentine's Day is right around the corner. This is all part of the 1010XL Valentine's Day gift guide. Visit 1010XL.com for more gift ideas.
E, so there I was last night watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the second quarter was completed.
Uh-huh.
And what was the score? 24-0, I believe.
Yeah, booming.
You got a square winner?
And I look and I go, 4-0. That's a Danny winner.
Nice.
So I was very happy. So then,
just a question, a formality question. Did they split? Was it even split between the four quarters?
No, fourth quarter there's more.
It is.
So then the third quarter rolls around.
Third quarter.
And I think it's 31-0.
That's where the boy come through in the clutch.
And there's about 30 seconds to go, and I look and I go, ooh,
field goal.
Danny's about to get another one.
Oh, jeez.
And then that dirty dog Mahomes throws a tutty. They go for two, don't get it, so it's a 1-6 square. So I look. Ow! E.T.
Y'all did this to me last year. Do you remember this?
Yeah, we
last
did.
Year, y'all both hit a square last year. Me and Mrs. P, the paupers that we are.
Yeah.
Do that dance, boy. Do that dance,
Send
boy.
that cash.
Straight cash, homie.
Dance for you. It includes.
You're the one who comes on Friday and screams about how you love Super Bowl squares.
That doesn't take away my love for it. I do love the Super Bowl squares.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, I think it's disappointing that my love, my passion for the squares doesn't pay off more than it does.
We cashed in, you and me.
Straight up.
So you let them know that I'm coming for my money today, and they better have it.
I need mine in all ones,
the
baby.
landlord. You're going to send Pearl, the landlord, to get that money. I want my money.
So anyway, that was fun. A little Super Bowl squares. I know.
Yeah, that's great. Good
more
for
and more people. I mean, I wonder. I'm assuming Vegas probably won last night. My older son uncovered a great stat, and he. I don't know if he trusted the data or not, but the one that stood out is in the Super Bowl, when a team that doesn't have a bye plays a team that does have a bye, the team that played through, which will be Philadelphia in this case, is 10-0 against the spread.
Against the spread?
Yeah. So Philly was Philly was the play last night, boys.
I don't know how much sense to make of some of those things.
I know.
The problem with those trends is you can often find an equal amount representing each side, right? You get into those analytics, you can convince yourself of anything.
100%.
I did. Listen, I only got this right in one way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And this doesn't really count.
Okay.
Because I really thought the Chiefs would win a close game if you'd asked me.
Mm-hmm.
But I did say this. Only one game the Eagles are going to win, a blowout.
Yeah.
Right? There's 4 outcomes in a game. 2 blowouts, 2 close games.
Yeah.
You felt like a close game, the Chiefs seem to always find a way to win, so the Eagles better blow them out, and they dang sure did.
They dang sure did. It was an impressive performance. It's good having Big Bo on, hearing what his thoughts are. Man, he reiterated inside out. Boy, he's into that
I think
right
you can take a cue. Liam Cohen has said that as well. Dan, suddenly I think they're going to go big defensive lineman there with that 5th pick, and I feel like the offensive line's going to get blown up.
Yeah.
I think they're blowing it up, and you know what? Walker Little shouldn't be the guaranteed starter going into the year. We ought to be looking for a better tackles, too. Well, you talk about the interior.
Well,
that was a Trent move, that signing, that long-term. Who knows who agrees with some of those, decisions. Boy, I tell you what, though, free agency, just stay away, dude. Did you see the guy you wanted last year, did you see the debacle of a year he had? Forgotten last night in that Philly Super Bowl.
Who?
Huff. You wanted him, remember? The Jets guy, the outside linebacker for the Jets. He went to Philly, and he didn't do anything. He had like a sack.
Oh, Huff.
It's just hard, It's hard to identify him. A lot of times a guy in a system, right, matters. He fits perfectly, chemistry or otherwise.
Well, isn't Sweat? I'm not sure if Sweat is, but I thought I read that he was an unrestricted free agent for the Eagles.
I think you're right. I'm almost positive that Sweat is, and he made some money last night.
He made some money.
Look, I'm with you.
By the way, Sweat or Trey Smith? Trey Smith, my last image is him reaching and grabbing a guy's jersey.
I'll take Sweat. I'll take Sweat. Trey Smith is another example. Listen. The great linemen, you got to find them in the draft. You got to get good linemen and good interior linemen in round 3 and 4. You do. Every team does. No one's using first-round picks on linemen. No one's going to the Super Bowl spending buku bucks on interior offensive linemen in free agency. You got to be good enough to find them and develop them.
Yeah.
Edgar Bennett, you said, comes home as a receivers coach. It's so interesting how guys end up coaching certain positions.
Yeah.
Like Edgar Bennett's never been a receiver in his life. I know he's been a receivers coach for a while. I know it's not new. But it's just funny. It'll be fun to talk to Edgar about his career path and how it's gotten to where it is and what he's picked up and learned along the way.
A lot of years of coaching, man. A lot of years.
Straight out of the NFL into the coaching.
Yeah.
He started with the Packers, didn't he?
I think he did start with the Packers. I know he's been on a few teams, and like I said, I couldn't be more thrilled for Edgar. Edgar is always a good dude, so happy for him and happy that he gets to come home. I bet he's pumped.
Dan, I thought it was the best Gator basketball win outside of cutting down the nets for national championships in Florida history.
Yeah, I thought there was the only reason I thought Florida had a chance was part of me thought, well, Auburn's due for a stinker. They've been playing so good for so long that maybe they have a bad game, but man, Florida took it to them.
Hard to think that would come at home,
yeah.
Right? That stinker. So I'm with you. I mean,
yeah.
And look,
you got no Elijah Martin. The Clavichar kid though has been a nice,
he's finding himself.
Goes in there and you hit three shots, three balls, and you're like, ooh, that's a nice.
And by the way, very comfortable,
89 points,
comfortable and confident shooting them.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, I don't know how skilled he is defensively, but he plays defense with intensity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when they put that kid in the game, he goes in there and gives them what
regardless, he does add a spot to the rotation process, which is good.
That three ball's big too.
Yeah. So, but they go as Walter Clayton has a game like that where he's pulling up at the logo and knocking down threes and just feeling it.
He played well.
They
all played well. They played well. They hit shots. They were
Condon and Houck were very active.
And those are the two that I said it felt like they were kind of hitting a wall, right?
Yeah.
We talked about that. As those two go, the Gators are going to go, and they thoroughly outplayed what many say would be the best front court in basketball with Janai Broome and Cardwell and those guys, and they outplayed them. They out-rebounded them. But I'll tell you what else happened too, Dan. I don't think Florida can lose a basketball game if they go 17 of 20 or 15 of 18 from the free throw line. If Florida hits 85% of their free throws, I don't know if they'll lose, but they won't. They're going to hit 58% in the game, and that's going to do it.
Well, it was a wonderful win, but it's the SEC, so they got to turn around and they got Mississippi State next.
Sure.
So it just gets that much tougher.
But a big win. But a very big win. The golf winner this weekend was Thomas Dietrich. He seems to be but I thought the story was we got a Jordan Spieth sighting.
Yeah.
Back
from the surgery.
Yeah, back from the wrist surgery and played pretty well. Scheffler got outplayed by a Monday qualifier who's playing his fourth PGA Tour event. That lefty dude.
Scheffler made a big run yesterday, and then all of a sudden he just
fell apart.
Made
a bunch of bogeys and then hard fought pars.
Got a little annoyed. So let's do this. Let's grab a break. We'll talk about the players. It's only a month away. Lee Smith is coming by, so we'll catch up with him. And 641
Fred Taylor coming up bottom of the hour.
641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct, and tell them what they're going to win.
Oh, yeah. You hit me up at 904-641-1010. I'm going to hook you up with a $75 gift card to Wick Candle Bar plus $75 to Kuhn Flowers with Valentine's Day coming up. Fellas, hit me up.
Win-win.
This is all part of the 1010XL Valentine's Day gift guide. Visit 1010XL.com for more gift ideas.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell,
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Attention homeowners, Chelsea here. For a limited time, Renewal by Andersen is making it easy to upgrade your home during our free window month. When you buy 4 windows or patio doors, you'll get 1 free. Our exclusive Fibrex material delivers the perfect combination of energy efficiency, durability, and style. Perfect for your home makeover this season. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window. Restrictions apply. See website for details. License number CGC 1527613.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay and Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same. We pay a lot of money monthly. So if something happens and we need you, you need to be there. That's what Craig and Chris Kaprosky do for us, man. They have teamed up to take care of all my insurance needs. When I say take care, I mean if something happens, I call the Kaproskys. They get me answers right away. If they don't answer the phone, they call me right back. 2 words, customer service. It's important to them. And sometimes that gets lost in this day and age, whether it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, a small business. The Kaproskys are always there for us at our time of need. How do I know? I speak from experience. Take care of me, take care of my daughter, take care of my son, take care of my friends and family. Get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com. That's Craig.Kaprosky, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at Goosehead.com. Or call him, 478-8422. That's 478-8422. Craig, Chris Kaprosky, part of the Goosehead Insurance family, part of our family as well.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialist for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialist take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
3D Digital has you covered for any of your business's digital marketing needs. From producing award-winning videos to getting those digital ads to follow your customers around the internet, our team has your back. Visit 3ddigital.com or give us a call at 904-712-4004 to schedule a free consultation today. 904-712-4004.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
A meal and sparkling conversation.
Helmets and heels.
Mia O'Brien, Lauren Brooks, and Taylor Dahl.
Just behave, okay?
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans on 1010XL.
If you're getting engaged this Valentine's Day, Beards Diamonds has Jacksonville's largest selection of engagement rings, lab-grown diamonds, and GIA-certified loose diamonds, even Rolex watches, all at the lowest prices guaranteed.
At the St. John's Town Center or shop online at beardsdiamonds.com.
This is Hayes Carline here to help you break free from the chains of pest infestation. The talk of this town is Kingfish Pest Control. By now, many of your neighbors have already joined the Kingfish Revolution, leaving their homes and lawns protected and pest-free. Now it's your turn. Call Kingfish Pest Control and say goodbye to termites, ants, mosquitoes, and other annoying pests. Trust me, you'll get exceptional service and understand why your neighbors and I use Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jaguars.
Morning, Paula.
Morning, Ron.
Another day in Adminville, am I right?
What are you working on? Oh!
You okay?
Your tabs. You have so many open.
Yeah, gotta order lunch for the big client meeting. With great responsibility comes tabs.
I can help. Close all those tabs and open just one. EasyCater.com. Online ordering from local restaurants. Plus tools to save time, stay on budget, track expenses.
One tab to rule them all.
EasyCater, the smarter way to order food for work. Order now at EasyCater.com.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude. Stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Joe C. here. Tuesday, February 11th is a very special day in Jacksonville. It's JU Day. Join us as 1010XL broadcasts live all day long from the Kennedy Center on the campus of JU. Incredible auction items available throughout the day to raise money for JU athletics.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions after smothering the Kansas City Chiefs by 18 last night and cutting down their quest for a three-peat. Jalen Hurts gave a convincing MVP performance, going 17 of 21 on passing, throwing 221 yards and 2 touchdowns, plus 72 rushing yards and a touchdown on the ground to secure Philly's second Lombardi Trophy. The 6th-ranked Florida men's basketball team shocked number 1 ranked Auburn by 9 on Saturday. The win marked the first against a number 1 opponent on the road in team history and the second win over a top-ranked team this season. The Gators tip off tomorrow against 22-ranked Mississippi State. Catch play-by-play at 7 on 92.5 FM. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. It's 60 degrees at 8 o'clock. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Johnny, that's
Johnny
better than most.
Oh, Johnny.
How about in? That is
How about
better
in?
than most.
Yeah, why not?
Better than most.
I think that's arguably still the loudest I ever. When I was I was out that way when it happened, and there's been so many great moments. But Lee Smith is here with us, and the executive director, and
the czar. I like to call him the czar.
I think that still to this day resonates as the moment.
Do you remember that moment? Not being here and being a golf fan.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Before being in this role, I don't know that I could have nailed down the year.
Right.
But certainly, remember where it was from and when it was said. And
Yes. I think were Tiger and Phil playing together that round?
Yes.
Yeah. Phil has to watch that.
Yeah.
It's one
It's
more.
that painting in the lobby.
Okay.
Has got Phil.
Yeah, kind of that. Oh, here he goes again.
Yep.
Here I am, the B team. Is 17, in your estimation, the most famous golf hole in the world?
Absolutely. I think because it transcends the origin of it is a great story, but then the polarizing nature of people hating it and loving it, I think it makes it the most popular. Any other hole that everybody loves, tends to not go that way.
It feels like the players, and Dan's been here even longer than me. I've been here since the early 90s, and it feels like the players has been super successful in one area. It feels like internationally the tournament has grown in stature exponentially. Now, it's grown in stature here and on tour, but we've been saying the fifth major hick for 35 years to, just to emphasize how strong the field is. But it feels like now, and I say this just blindly, I haven't been international to gauge it, but do you feel like this tournament has gotten now to a place really that's never been?
Yeah, I think you always want to continue to grow, certainly.
Right.
And when we see the numbers, 17 of our international media partners come here to broadcast on site. 50 million hours are consumed worldwide of the broadcast in total.
those numbers get staggering and it grows. And this year, I think we're going to go from 27 different languages to 30 languages with the broadcast.
But we get those extra 3 languages.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know what they are.
No.
Dan, I don't know what they are, nor can I speak them.
Well, Hick, I've just know for years the international players have talked about, though, following this tournament as kids. Tiger Woods, EA Sports, TPC Sawgrass showed up on. It's just.
I think what's neat
it's been
about
fun
it is
to watch how big it's grown in prestige.
Like we don't need to have the 5th major talk anymore because the tournament means so much to the players, and you can tell.
Correct.
that. So it doesn't. I
didn't mean to imply that. That's
I
still
know,
in
but
play.
I don't need to. It's like
we
you don't
needed that to
necessarily hear
grow. I think.
Yeah, but now it's kind of like. And now it's the Scotty Scheffler Invitational, I guess. So,
well, I was glad when you bring that, because now that we've got that other three-peat thing out of the way yesterday,
right.
we don't
Now
have
we
to
can go
talk
the real
about
three-peat.
the real three-peat with Scotty coming up in a month. No, I agree. To play the same golf course every year
right.
with a tournament of this magnitude,
right?
With the type of purse and international field and all of those types of things, it only continues to grow and grow.
Yeah, and you think about it, and we've been coming for a long time. John Mahaffey, my first winner, by the way. That long ago.
I think I
1986.
was Elkington, maybe 91.
It's funny. One of the things we're really leaning into this year is some of those anniversary winners.
Yeah.
Lee Trevino's going to be on site.
Wow.
He was 45 years ago. Hal Sutton will be back on site. His Be the Right Club Today was 25 years ago.
Put my pants on the same way I do, one leg at a time. Gave us that one.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome.
We once did a whole bit as Hal Sutton one morning back in those days.
Yeah.
It was fun.
But it has grown, and
go get the newspaper
what I love about this tournament and what you guys do for it is every time I think there's nothing more you can do to top it, you top it. Like just for the fan experience. It's such a, and I always encourage people who have
and they
never,
listen to every year. They listen to what the folks have said, and they're not. And they, when it's actable, act on it.
Yeah, I encourage folks who have never been to get it on your list because it's not that you can get here and you can come out here, especially in this area. There are folks all over Jacksonville still haven't been to this tournament, and you really should take it in. It's unbelievable.
Even if you're not a golf fan, it's
right.
Terrific time.
Yeah, and as you guys know, that's intentional.
Yes.
The impact that we try to make. You talked about broadcast and global, but the other two sides of that are the economic impact that we have here. Between hotels and airport travelers, it's the busiest hotel week of the year. It's the busiest airport traveler. It's 685,000 passengers last year. But then the third part of that impact is the community engagement and the charity that we're so proud of. We continue to use the. Every taco ticket and T-shirt always trends down to net proceeds that we're allowed to turn around and give back to the Northeast Florida community.
I know that you'll have different restaurants and setups. That's always nuanced. Every year there's going to be slight. Is there one or two that you'd like to make folks aware of when it comes to either places you can publicly watch the golf course that might be different or some new staging areas?
Yeah, I would say a couple. Thanks, Jeff. A couple new restaurants that are coming on board this year. Bagels R Us, which is a popular New York style bagel, bringing it here to TPC. Carolina Jacks, their burgers coming on site. So a couple of new restaurant activations. As you know, Taco Lou is an unbelievable partner and a very popular one. We're kind of not changing tacos on 12, but it's more of a fiesta on 12 because we added our tequila partner out there with Maestro DeBell. So to have tacos and tequila on 12 will
could
be
have a worse day.
Yeah,
that sounds like my type of party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'll be here.
We'll see you on 12.
For sure.
And you told me what fascinated me the most because I love the golf. I mean, I love all the other stuff. I love the golf. And 3 years ago, you lost a tree on 6?
10.
Been that long?
Yeah.
God, it goes fast.
14.
Anyway, if y'all know it's short-ish, par 4, pretty dead straight, number 6. It used to have a tree 100 yards up the fairway?
No, it was about right at the beginning
Right
of the
at the
tee.
beginning.
Right at the tee, yeah.
So just in front of the tee, there was like a water oak or something that hung over, and it kind of it was almost needed for protection for that golf hole because it kept you just from blasting anywhere you wanted to go. And they lost that tree, I'm assuming, in the storm.
Yep.
But the tree has been replaced. You say you found one on 6, and that's. I mean, that ain't like picking up one of these little bushes and going and planting it in your backyard. So what went into that, and what ultimately led to the decision to replace that tree, to put it back where it was?
I think as for those of you that have been in this clubhouse, as you go to the host stand to 19, there's actually a bench to the right that was made out of the tree.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
From 2014. At the end of the day, I think the process started with the fact that was an iconic symbol that Pete Dye intentionally left there as somewhere middle of the front 9 that provided just an image when you were teeing off that I needed to hit it lower than I really, really do because of the arm that hung over. And so the opportunity to bring something like that back. And the process, as you said, we found it about 150 yards just up the hole on the right in the middle of probably where my ball's been anyways, but brought it back. The staff here at TPC was great. The agronomy staff, we actually broke a couple of irrigation lines and a couple of cart path panels and bringing it back because of the weight. But when you get out there today, it was done in July, and you would have thought it's been there forever.
Wow.
One other thing for me, and again, when we talk about topping, and it's already, like my wife was telling me, we saw your military appreciation concert guest this year. He was at Luke Combs' concert. Jordan Davis, terrific. I mean, he has a lot of hit songs. Anyway, she was like, "Oh, I want to go that day." Like I go Friday. She goes, "No, we're going to military appreciation. Get me those tickets."
Is that Tuesday or Wednesday this year?
Tuesday. So that's another element that you guys have added that, and obviously you show appreciation to the military, which is awesome. But you have great entertainment as well.
It is. Yeah. It's that's a really, really important day for us.
Yes.
As both of you know, being here for a long time. The military, the third largest military community in the country, and so the opportunity to celebrate our men and women in uniform that day is great, and then to be able to put on a little bit of a show with the national anthem. We'll have a couple of surprise reunions prior to Jordan Davis taking the stage right at 5 o'clock and playing from 5 to 6. Good
Are
stuff.
we headed, and I'll save the difficult question that you can pass on to last. Are we headed, do you see a future where a large segment of golfers who aren't currently available and eligible to play the players come back into the equation?
I hope so. I mean, the news lately, I'm sure a couple of you with the White House visit and those types of things certainly shows that unification is closer and closer by the day. We look forward to being able to expand the field that way. And if there's people that have qualified for the players based on our criteria, we'd certainly
much like the
back.
majors do.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the tour becoming the PGE tour, the professional golf of Europe, because the Europeans are winning week after week after week. And I look on some rogue network with some rogue league, and I see a bunch of Americans whose names register. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, it is those winners. You like you say, you see this year. You got Belgium and Sepp from Austria, and Matsuyama, and Rory from Ireland.
Dietrich yesterday. I mean, it's just like 4 of the last 5 and 3 in a row.
Interesting.
PGE, buddy. The PGE tour.
Well, listen, congratulations on everything. You've done a great job.
Yeah.
Appreciate you very much. Players.
Well, with 2 predecessors like that, Dan, it's hard not to go up when
that's fair.
You got Matt and Jared that you're following.
Yeah. especially Jared. No, I'm kidding. All right. Well, anything, obviously, the word to get out with us, we will be in touch. Gosh, we're a month away pretty much. 5 weeks.
That's right.
5 weeks from today.
It's getting close. Last year, if you remember, we had a Saturday sellout. So for the first time ever with max capacity.
The parking is always, you try and get people ahead of the game on that one.
It is. Yeah. It is. Parking's one of those blessing and a curse. We always use we can park 8,000 cars on site, which is actually more cars than around Everbank.
Wow.
So the opportunity to park that is the blessing.
Right.
The curse part is getting here.
Yes.
Right. And so the opportunity, we have bicycle lots, we have golf cart lots. Our ride share is presented by Visit Jacksonville this year. So a bunch of different opportunities.
It's worth. I mean, a lot of people are a lot more active than we are by their own nature, but it's worth looking into throwing your bike on your car, driving it 4 miles away, and biking into, because as you said,
you get
I
right
think
up
there are racks
close.
right up here
Right,
at the front entrance, right? I've
yeah.
seen them there. So
really close.
So there's some options there, and if not, I would encourage this. If you're planning to come, then just get out here at 6 and 7 in the morning. It's worth not fighting that traffic.
Early.
Because you get
we do have shuttles from Nocatee as another.
But that
addition
coming over
to
that bridge, you're going to do it. Now you won't have the frustration of driving through it, but that backs up. There's only 2 ways into this place, really.
That's right.
Maybe 3 if you come up Roscoe, but there ain't many ways to get here. So, all right, well, we appreciate you, my man. We'll talk to you coming up. The players just around the corner. It's the executive director of the tournament, Lee Smith, kind of giving us the where-tos and what-fors as we get set to have another great week. And, maybe it will be Scheffler again.
3P.
Let's hope.
That's going to be
great.
That'll be a big storyline.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, the Chiefs just called and said it ain't that easy.
I'm sure he's trending nice. I mean,
he kind of lost himself on the back nine
yesterday.
That'll just fuel him, though.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
I think he's pretty good still.
Yeah,
I think.
Thanks,
All
Lee.
Right, Fred
Thanks,
Taylor
guys.
next. Appreciate Lee Smith from the players. We're back with more. We are live at the stadium course this morning. CPC Media Days, also known as the day you find a Baby Ruth.
There's a new sheriff in town.
You know him. Of course, I know him. He's the best marshal I've got.
And things are going to be different around here.
Let's ride!
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Around this time last year, I was celebrating. Why? Because I had reached my goal of dropping 40 pounds with a Awaken 180. It felt great. We all set goals, but most times we don't have a plan to hit them, so it's not really a goal. I'd call it more of a wish, and we know how that saying goes. With Awaken 180, I didn't wish the weight away. I had a plan, and this time, I knew I'd reach my goal, and I did it. 40 pounds gone in just 2 months. Simple. That was a year ago, and I haven't put on a pound. How do I feel? Like $1 million. Like the horizon line that looked so far away all those years is now right in front of me, and it's a brand new day, and it's time to seize it. Night and day from where I felt carrying around all that weight, having to untuck my shirts, winded trying to tie my shoes. If you're overweight, you know what I mean. Set your goal and know you'll reach it with the solution for weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
These days, we do everything from our phones. That's why JEA's app lets you manage your utility services anytime, anywhere. Whether you want to view your account, pay your bill, sign up for programs, or check the outage map, you can do it all right from the app, when and where it's convenient for you. Because we want to make doing business with us as quick and easy as possible. Download the free JEA app from the App Store today. JEA, your community, your utility.
I-9 Sports invites parents on the First Coast to log on and check out what they can offer with sports year-round. Spring and summer registration open right now. And with ages 3 to 7, there's something for everyone. i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code and get your kid in the game.
This is the Mangler. Years of playing football coupled with lifestyle left my feet mangled with neuropathy. I was experiencing burning, tingling, and numbness. I spoke with 2 foot specialists and they told me there was no cure. They were wrong. I found Dr. Nate Riddle in Ponte Vedra. After utilizing his neuropathy treatment for only 2 weeks, I noticed a difference in my feet. I was regaining my feeling and balance. If you want relief from nerve pain, call Dr. Nate for a free consultation at Riddle Wellness, 904-395-5598.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
I'm Max Fink, and I'll bring you the Gator Report several times weekly to keep you connected to Gainesville.
The Gator Report, put together by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gator!
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
Hi, I'm Karen, owner of Clay Solar Installation Partners, your local women-owned solar company. At Clay Solar, we're more than just panels and power. We're about people. We make the switch to clean energy simple, stress-free, and built to last. If you've had a bad experience with solar in the past, we can help. We specialize in dependable solutions and top-notch customer service, so you can finally enjoy the savings and sustainability you deserve. Schedule your free consultation at claysolar.com.
When Florida weather hits with epic force, you need reliable air conditioning. Epic Cool Heating and Air is here. Take advantage of our Epic Gold membership program. You'll get 2 yearly tests of your entire AC system to keep it running smooth all year. That's epic. Plus, no interest financing for 18 months. That's epic. Visit EpicHVACService.com today and trust the experts at Epic Cool Heating and Air to keep your home comfortable. That's EpicHVACService.com.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the high banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein & Robbins DUI defense firm and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
All right, let's visit in with our guy, Freddie T, after the Super Bowl last night. Philadelphia Eagles world champions. Fred, good morning. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. Good morning, guys.
Hey, Freddie.
We're doing great.
I thought it was interesting. No matter how much you say, we're going to stop this, we're going to keep them from doing that, it doesn't always mean it's going to win. It's pretty clear the Chiefs were going to do their best to contain Saquon Barkley. Right? What do you have, 50-something yards? I mean, and they did for the most part, although it didn't matter a bit. So, Fred, I'm wondering, as I ask you, is it that commitment to Saquon Barkley, does that help open up these other things that we were able to see Philly do last night? I mean, they got some guys open, including a kind of a bourgeois offensive pass interference call, I thought, early in that game.
You know, I think obviously Saquon does bring a lot of frustration and sleepless nights to most defensive coordinators. And you know, in the matchup last night, you know, Philly is just that strong. Yes, you want to stop Saquon first and foremost. I thought they did an amazing job of that. but you also have a mobile quarterback you have to deal with. Marcus Stroud, we talked yesterday during the Verizon watch party that was held at Daly's place, and he said, man, watch Jalen Hurts have the game of his career tonight, I'm sorry. And that's exactly what happened, along with that defensive front, which I thought was going to also be the X factor and getting after Patrick Mahomes without having to blitz or overextended man coverage. Those guys came to play, and usually that's the formula. You run the ball well, and you get after the quarterback with too high safety, 4-down linemen. And it's really hard to lose a game if you're, playing in that capacity.
What do you say about Jalen Hurts' performance and what, just watching this guy go through what he's gone through? And, I mean, again, he's NFL quarterback, but he was drafted after, Joe Burrow and Tua and Herbert and Love. And, he's Super Bowl MVP this morning. So, and he's always one of those guys because, I don't know what it is about Jalen Hurts, but if we were talking about him on Friday, and we were saying, if he ever loses 4 or 5 in a row, they're ready to run him off. And that would be a big mistake. The kid's a winner. He wins everywhere he's gone. He's handled things with class. He's the kind of guy you want leading your football team, if you ask me. But what do you think about that, Fred?
He's everything you just mentioned. He's never too high, never too low.
Yeah.
In a loss, he shows faith. In a win, it's the same faith. He's steady. He's confident. He's always poised. You don't hear anything negative about him. It's us, and we want to play football. We want to win games. It's never me, or I. And I avoid that, that sense of gratitude that he displays. He knows where he is. He knows, he was sort of counted out in a way, right? And he just has this chip on his shoulder that he doesn't go out and have to tell everybody he does, but I'm sure he has it somewhere written down, as most things he writes down, and then he goes and he achieves them. But it takes more than one man, right? Football is the ultimate team sport. There are 11 guys on both sides, then you throw in special teams, and everybody has to be on point, has to play well. Unfortunately, the quarterbacks can't throw and catch at the same time because those other guys you name, I think they're capable. But the things have to be in alignment so well, from coaching to even when the coaches call it up the right play. And we've seen that here in Jacksonville. If it's called up right and the quarterback throws it right, the receiver drops the ball. That's not execution. That's not alignment. And vice versa. The receiver can be wide open. We've seen it where the quarterback throws it in the dirt, and the coach probably dialed up a perfect play versus coverage. We've seen it where the coach don't always get it right, and the players are ready to play. So it has to be in sync and perfect alignment for those championships to be made as such. No one thought Philly's defense was going to dominate. You can't even call that a good Super Bowl game. It was a total
terrible
domination.
Yeah, terrible game. One of the worst ever.
It was, it was NIL, a team full of $5 million NIL guys versus a D3 program.
Yeah. It was so bad. It was so bad, Fred. It made me even frustrated with the Bills. Hey, Bills, you couldn't beat this team and give us a game. There was one number that jumped out at me. I just don't understand how anyone in the history of football would think you've ever had any chance to win. And I know you get behind early and maybe your game plan goes out the window. But, Fred, the Super Bowl has come and gone, and the Kansas City Chiefs called 7 running plays, man. I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, but that's sort of been their that's been their formula, right? If you go back and look at the playoffs, they're averaging somewhere around 75 yards or so per game in the playoffs. And even if you extend that to the regular season, it's pretty much the same. Kareem Hunt, Pacheco, when Pacheco went down, they sort of got away from their running game. Yes, Kareem Hunt came around, but they had to have a two-headed monster with Hunt and Perrine. So, and that's not a dynamic backfield at all. Hunt seems to have lost a step. He looks bigger. Perrine has always just been a strong guy. He's gotten up there a little bit, and he's just not a threat to do much. They are all bona fide role players, and they do a great job in their scheme. I am not knocking that, but they're not guys that you're going to see on another roster who's just going to strike fear in the defense as you see Saquon does. So, but that's what Kansas City does. They have a all NFL, one of the greats of the greats, and Patrick Mahomes. They depend on that passing game. They always have. The running game is just window dressing. And if they can activate that, yes, they are going to win most games. But if they don't, they're going to struggle. This year, 16-1 looks good on the resume, but that wasn't a good team. Let me rephrase that. They're good enough to make it to the Super Bowl. They weren't a great team. They weren't the great Kansas City teams that we're used to seeing. Right. They won a lot of close games. You have to be able to do that in the NFL in order to make it to the playoffs. But once you get in the playoffs, yes, you will have that confidence knowing you can win the close ones, but eventually you're going to get exposed. And last night, that's exactly what happened.
Fred, I think we'd be remiss if we didn't ask you about the Hall, and you've handled it, beautifully. You've mentioned many times it's God's timing, and but I will say this, and I think you knew. Obviously, you find out earlier than we do about Canton and such.
Yeah.
So at least you're not sitting in a room waiting, which is probably a little bit torture. But I will say this: I'm not sure the way they vote is the right way. I'm going to say this. You don't have, you can add to it what you will, but I just don't like the system, and I don't like how
the new way seems worse than the old way.
Yeah, so it's a little bit confusing for me, but and I think every one of us feel like, well, we know you're a Hall of Famer, and we know eventually you'll get in as well. But this was a good opportunity.
Let's celebrate with you sooner rather than later for us.
Yeah. So, just your thoughts.
I mean, first, I will say I knew last week during our Monday morning segment.
Right.
I didn't want to spoil it for the other guys.
Sure.
Obviously, I didn't kind of want anyone to start trying to do the numbers thing. So I wanted those guys to enjoy their moment and sort of keep it close to vest. So I didn't mention anything. And it was hard, because you guys like, hey man, we're rooting for you, much like everyone else throughout. I'm like, I could spill the beans, but I wanted to make sure I kept it close and be fair with the other guys who might have gotten an opportunity to hear our broadcast. So, and the other thing is this: if I can get a penny for every time someone says you're a Hall of Famer in my book, I appreciate the sentiment. But it's like, okay, here we go again and again and again. And I'm grateful for that, right? To have been able to bring some sort of enjoyment, with my play on the field into a lot of people's lives. The old way voting, the new, I don't know the difference. Like, I don't know what the system is. I've always said I don't know what the criteria are. I don't know anything really, right? So again, to avoid frustration or feelings of depression or sadness by the lack of, I don't know. Like Sterling Sharp is a good friend of mine. Having talked to Sterling some time ago, not just this year, but a while ago, I spoke with Leroy Butler in New Orleans as well. They all feel that I'm a Hall of Famer equally as they were. They all had to do the weight game. But they said, look, no matter when you get in, it's going to feel just as good as, these moments you felt that you should have been in possibly. And that's fine to hear. So I just kind of fall back, I'll let it sort itself out. There's no control in my corner. I can only control how I wake up and, go about my day. I can't worry about what someone else thinks of me in terms of being voted in the Hall of Fame. It's tough. When you get those 15 guys in the room, it's tough. I think all those guys are deserving when they're finalists, and they might eventually make it at some point in time. But I thought this year, The confusing thing, if any, was the selection of 4 guys.
Right.
When you have an opportunity to send 5 with the backlog of guys that's been out there over the years, and to only say, okay, we're going to send 4. If anything was confusing, it was that.
All right, fair. We said the same thing. Well, Freddie, we appreciate you. We look forward to talking to you next week. And just so you know, you'll always be a Hall of Famer to us.
And that's another $1.
Yeah. Well, it's a penny. Because if it's $1, I'm going to be filthy rich. Yeah. But I'll do a penny
Stay
instead.
humble. All right, my man. Have a great
Fred.
week.
All right, guys. Later.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
goes.
That's our Monday morning running back, our visit with Fred Taylor, a Hall of Fame finalist a week ago. Vote doesn't go his way this go round. Well, we'll just re-rack. We'll see you next year. We're back with more when we return. It is 8:40 on the Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com.
You know what we're talking about. You played the game.
I think he's eager to shoot a jag on that face.
1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Before termites attack your home or business and cause costly damage, Terminix it. At Terminix, we know how to stop termites. These destructive pests have been around for millions of years, but before they show up, so do we. And their time is up. Don't live with a termite problem? Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com. Terminix it.
Hey, you've heard me talk about Beach's Dermatology for quite some time now. Why wouldn't I? They're the best in the business. Like, I'll give you a perfect example of why you should protect your skin when you're outside. I was at my son's baseball game, played a doubleheader on Saturday. It was hot. The sun was beating down. It's February. Doesn't matter, man. I could feel it. Got my sunscreen out, had my long sleeve dry fit on to protect my arms, and I was very comfortable and enjoyed watching the games. But I was out there all day long, and that's what they want you to know. Dr. Metz, Dr. Boudreaux, terrific doctors and staff on Solana Road. Shout out to them. Second to none. Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. They're everywhere for you. Bunch of different locations. So if something does pop up on your skin, go get it checked out. Just go online at beachesdermatology.com. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Your new roof from Universal Roof and Contracting can help save a life. Percentage of every new roof this month will go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. St. Jude's is leading the way. The world understands, treats, and defeats childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection. This promotion ends February 28th. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Cannonball!
Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
Bull riding. The perfect fusion of strength, skill, and pure willpower. Professional bull riders aren't just athletes. They're daredevils with cowboy souls. Come experience the true modern West, where 8 seconds of glory will create a lifetime of memories. It's the Michelob Ultra PBR Jacksonville at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena, February 22nd and 23rd. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com and PBR.com. Hold on tight. The ride of your life is about to begin.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude. Stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Get closer to nature.
Trying to get close to these bucks out here.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz. The Nimnicht Outdoor Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Upgrade your home with the winning combination of style and performance from Renewal by Andersen. Energy efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. For a limited time, buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires February 28th. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We knew what we were looking for in a head coach, and Shad was very clear of kind of where he saw it and where he wanted to go, and we went through the process. And at the end of it, we landed on the right guy. And I'll tell you, I was excited the night we offered him the job and he accepted it. I am more convicted after being with him for 10 plus days and working side by side with Liam Cohen that we picked the right guy.
Yeah, it's Tony Baselli earlier on the program with us. Tony inadvertently answered our Dream Fighters Homes poll question of the day. Do you believe the Jags' new regime and Trevor Lawrence will get to a Super Bowl one day? Yes, I still believe. AFC quarterbacks are too good. Surround 16 with talent? No way. What was Tony's answer?
I believe, and I have a strong conviction, that Trevor Lawrence will bring a Lombardi trophy to Jacksonville as the starting quarterback of this team.
He still
I believe
believes.
that. And I believe it since the day I met him and we drafted him. And that has not changed one bit.
He's part of the 44% in the Dream Fighters Homes poll question, so thank you, Tony.
And now, the more help around him also offers a belief that he can still do it. It's just not him alone. What is that percentage? In other words, the combo confidence in Trevor.
Okay.
Between like what he and I said, needs more talent around him.
Yep.
And
so I still believe it's 44. Surround 16 with talent, 54, 64, 69.
Yeah, so 77 out of 10 still believe that Trevor Lawrence can win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In some form or fashion.
Yes. So that's good. That's a good number.
I think Jalen Hurts is a perfect example.
Sure.
Right? If the Eagles can win a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts, the Jags can win one with Trevor Lawrence. You got to have those other things, right? Try sacking Patrick Mahomes 6 times and see if we don't do a little better.
Yeah, I saw one of the I didn't want to ask Tony, but the Jags were a jump pass away to Dearness Johnson for beating the Eagles. It was 28-23 when we call it the great play call of let's throw it to our third-string running back in the back of the end zone.
Right.
And
let's make it a play, too, where the quarterback can't even read it. He's just got to throw.
Yeah, that didn't work, obviously, and Jags lost that game 28-23. With that said, that's the easy way to say, well, we're not that far away. The Eagles dominated us and took their foot off the gas pedal.
And then it was like, what happened?
Yeah.
We're in this game.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. So,
but at the end of the day, it is a 5-point loss to the Super Bowl champions. I think the bigger story is how much better the Eagles got, especially considering it wasn't always a good look. Man, there's a lot of turmoil.
Yeah.
You got to,
You know what was good for the Eagles this year? You know what really worked? All the focus was on Detroit. Detroit. In the
That's
NFC,
fair.
it was Detroit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Eagles just sort of flew under the radar all year long.
Yeah.
And the Eagles, in the end, better defense.
And you know what? It's fair because even the Eagles, they even flew under Minnesota.
Right.
Like that whole North was getting which of these two
and
teams.
nobody thought that nobody thought Washington and Philly both made it to the NFC Championship game.
Wow.
Nobody thought that was nobody would have picked the NFC. If you said, "Hey, which division will produce the conference championship?" They would have been third. The South would have probably been fourth, but the North was so good during the season, and all eyes were on Detroit. But Detroit had so many problems on defense. Part of it injury, part of it, maybe not good enough. Certainly not as good as the number one defense in the NFL, which was the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles were terrific, and if you go look, they put up a graphic yesterday. I know we did so as well on our pre-Super Bowl show, but if you go look at the top 2 picks the last 4 years for Philadelphia. First and second round pick, first and second round pick, first and second round pick, first and second round pick. Those are 8 ballers that they got.
Yeah, well, that makes a difference.
And they hit. So you don't, listen, that's an 8 for 8. Now, look, they have their misses too.
Sure.
But we can't.
If you have an 8 for 8, you're going to get good. If you go first and second 4 years in a row, at the end of 4 years, you're going to have a really dominant football team. Because I'm guessing that the type of 1 and 2s you're telling me are
Quinyon Mitchell,
Carter,
Cooper DeJean, and Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith. I mean, go down the line of these guys that they have taken in the first 2 rounds. The last
they've done something
4 years.
else that teams will often try, and it doesn't always work. But they just loaded up on players from the best team in college football in that time.
They did.
They just go Georgia. When all else fails, take the Georgia guy. And they've gotten every single one of the Georgia guys to hit. Nolan Smith, the Kobe Dean, even the Ringo, Carter. It's like nonstop, man.
It's been pretty good. So, and that's a credit to their GM. It's a team effort, though. Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. It was Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean this year in the first and second round. And Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith last year. And Jordan Davis and Cam Jurgens. Jurgens, the starting center. Jordan Davis.
Well, and I would say this, too, about strategy. Darius Slay, pretty good football player?
Yes.
Darius Slay, still plays at a Pro Bowl, all-star level football player. Or maybe just past that. But what did the Eagles do? Well, they have the foresight to do what? What position does Slay play? We all know. Corner, right?
Yeah.
What did they take with their first 2 picks again?
Corners.
Yeah.
Corners.
Yeah,
you know why? Because
Devontae Smith and Landon Dickerson in 21, first 2 picks. And then was the dude last night, Milton Williams? Was that the dude who had the sacks?
Yeah.
The 2 sacks? Yeah, he's a 3rd-round pick.
Yeah.
So,
that's called finding talent. That bum Trent Baalke didn't do any of that.
Their last big miss.
That's a bum, man. I'm listening to this. It's just a bum.
Their last big miss was 2020 Jalen Reagor over Jordan Jefferson.
Yeah. Well, that's a huge one.
It's a huge miss, but they also then snared Jalen Hurts when they had Carson Wentz playing at an MVP level, and they took him in the 2nd round. So, I don't know, man. It's some terrific drafting by Howie Roseman and his group up there.
I mean, at the end of the day, we can always throw up these Jimmys and Joes versus X's and O's, and the answer is both.
Yeah.
Got to have both.
Got to have them.
You know what I mean? There's no doubting that Andy Reid is a superior coach to Nick Sirianni.
Right.
I'm sorry. He's earned that. He deserves that.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter. He got boat raced because they're Jimmys and Joes in combine.
Yeah.
I will say this. I'm really impressive about the Eagles is this. We said all week they have the best roster, but they have the best team. No one believed it. And they said, oh, really? Yeah, we do.
It does make you wonder this. I mean, if we bring it back to Jacksonville, maybe Doug P. was the problem up there. Howie Roseman did the right thing. And they, maybe if he had listened to them, he would be hoisting a 2nd Lombardi in Philly. I mean, it's a tough spot to coach a long time there because they.
I don't think that Doug Peterson's winning a Super Bowl again. Doug Peterson lucked into his dadgum title.
Sirianni had a good point last night. He was getting interviewed after the game, and They're talking about his staying power and such. And he goes, look, I heard the stories about 17 team won the Super Bowl, first game of 18. They were booing. He goes, but we love their passion, man. We needed them in the playoffs. They were there for us with 3 home games. Remember, Philly had all 3 playoff games at home. And that certainly helped because Detroit lost, so they were able to host the NFC Championship game too, and that's a rabid fan base. So, and then I go to do the news, the Late Show last night. Jeff Prosser and Emmanuel Thalleran.
I was asleep. I fell asleep during that scintillating Super Bowl. It was about 40-14. I fell asleep.
I don't blame you. And I go to do it, and so we have a live feed of Philadelphia on the air.
Okay.
The city of brotherly love.
Where they was any looting?
And sure as hell, no, but sure as hell, I'm watching Guggen 1 after Guggen 2 after Guggen 3 climbing fence posts. And I'm like, you dumbasses.
Yeah.
Did we not just have an 18-year-old kid fall off of one and die?
In Philly, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. It just happened.
What were they celebrating? What did Philly just win?
They probably won their playoff game. Who knows?
Oh, is that what it was?
I don't know.
Is it the NFC Championship game?
Uh-oh.
What's that?
That's E.
That's E.
I don't know.
Pop
He's got something
Quizzy, I got something for y'all real quick.
Quizzy Lizzy.
Devontae Smith.
Yes.
He is now the 5th player in history to win the Heisman, the Natty, and the Super Bowl. Gentlemen, can you tell me the other 4?
Wow.
That is
that's a good
really,
one.
really good question.
Heisman, Natty, and just win a Super Bowl.
That is correct.
Let's start with Heisman.
Did Tony Dorsett win a Natty at Pitt?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Well, that's one of my bad.
Yeah, it's Dorsett. That's one.
Tony Dorsett.
Yeah, let's go. What about did
Reggie Bush get one?
Reggie Bush
Man,
won a
y'all
Natty.
not-
Did he win a Natty? Yeah, he got us. Yeah, he got. Yes, he won
Saints?
with the Saints. Yes.
How about Reggie Bush?
Yeah.
All right, that's 2.
That's 2.
What about?
My work is done. Jeff, get the other 2.
Yeah, no, we can get this.
I know.
How about we got it. We're missing a quarter. There's got to be a quarterback. How about although the Natty champion is probably the way to go, actually, isn't it?
Okay.
What do we got? 3 so far.
I got 2.
We got
2.
Well, Devontae
Reggie
Smith
Bush
was
and
one of
Tony
them.
Dorsett. Reggie
Oh,
Bush
and Devontae, you already said.
And Devontae.
Devontae is
and
one
you
of
said
5.
There's 2 more.
Two
Okay,
more.
Yeah, let's go. Golly, man.
Let's see. It's not Joe Burrow. Who's won the Heisman's of recent? What quarterbacks? Give me some quarter. Just one clue is: are we going back a ways or are we more current?
You're more current. And I'll give you one more clue. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Okay, so it's not. It's. Oh, how about?
What does that even mean? I don't.
Did Charles Woodson win a Natty?
Charles Woodson.
Yes.
Yeah. It was Desmond wasn't on that team. He was earlier.
I got 3. Just pulling them out of the air right now.
You are.
When you said you're barking up the wrong tree, I immediately thought, okay,
Defense?
who's not a quarterback?
Correct.
Because that's what he told me. So. Oh. No. Derrick Henry hasn't won a Super Bowl, right?
No.
Okay.
I gotta look at some Heisman winners if I can.
This one you're going back just a little bit, but
a little bit.
He's pretty relevant.
What about Paul Hornung?
No way.
He didn't win a Natty.
I don't know. Paul Hornung was 2-8 when he won the Heisman. So
I know, but I know.
Yeah.
He didn't win it during his Heisman year.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I doubt it. He said it's just going back a little bit, so it's probably somebody from like the 2000s. I think it's in the 2000s area. It's what
Probably
about
a little bit more than that.
What about Heisman? What about Marcus Allen?
Hey, Dano 4 for 4.
Game over. Huh?
Yeah, that's it.
You see me? You see me right here, people on the stream? Do I have anything in front? I'm like Oz. Pross, I'm Oz. I was just Oz.
Who's Oz?
The mentalist.
Right?
Oh.
Yeah. I was channeling E. Write them down right now. Okay, pull out the piece of paper. It's Marcus Allen.
Just so we're clear, your Heisman pick in 2003 never won a Super Bowl.
Who's that, White?
Jason White. All right, let's come back for the 9 o'clock nasty.
22 years. When are you going to let it go?
Oh, I don't know. Just look at him. I've let it go. It's way gone. It's the drill. It's the Monday morning quarterback divorce.
22 years.
.com.
Let's take a look inside 1010XL.
Who wants the Grand Tour? That would be terrific. That would be great.
We have the drill in the morning.
Very amusing.
Jaguars today from 10 to noon.
Good.
Helmets and heels until 2.
Yes.
XL Prime Time and the Franchi Show afternoons.
This is great.
Then Baloo and Hacker take you into the night.
All in one location.
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, it could be any happier than to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, man, I'm telling you, that's how you'll be treated over there when you go see Justin Moore, or Comer, or Gabe, or any of the fellas over there, man. That's how they treat all their customers. No pressure, just friendly helping. I got my boy Blue. I love my blue Silverado, but if you want a truck like me, you want a car, you want an SUV, you want an electric, you want a pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet's got them all. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no worries. MoreChevy.com, so easy to navigate. That's more with an E, Chevy.com. From sales and service to parts, never been more easy to use. They're George Moore Chevrolet gang. Together, let's drive.
Prosser here, still telling you about Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Lifetime Enclosures is keeping the sale going into February. Enclosures starting at only $89 a month, and if you get a complete enclosure done, you get free flooring. If you just need flooring, Lifetime Flooring is running a buy one room, get the second room free. Now offering floor coating for that garage or patio deck too. Give them a call or visit their showrooms just off Phillips Highway. Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hammond, Valentine's Day is coming up. Got any romantic plans?
Dad, I'm married to Clean Air. My plan is to help Jacksonville families breathe easier.
You're helpless, but Clean Air does sound nice. Can duct cleaning really help?
Absolutely. Dust, allergens, even odors can build up in your ducts. Cleaning them now makes your air fresher and healthier for your family. The EPA says better indoor air quality can reduce health risk.
So cleaning ducts are like Valentine's Day gift for the house.
Exactly. Forget chocolates. Fresh air lasts longer and doesn't melt. Plus, we've got a February special, $100 off your total.
All right, sign me up. Maybe fresh air will make Mom fall in love with me again all over.
You'll have to take her to dinner for that, but cleaner air will definitely help.
Fair enough. Jacksonville, if you're ready to show your home some love, Google Zerorez and read over 7,000 five-star reviews. Zerorez.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zerorez.
Visit Monahan Jewelers now through Valentine's Day for savings on all GIA certified diamonds and discounts store-wide up to 40% off. And interest-free financing on all purchases. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. Monahan's has it all. We're not a chain store. We're your local family jeweler since 1977 with a world-class inventory of fine jewelry and diamonds and gemstones available in any size. Support your local family jeweler now through Valentine's with huge savings in our inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
1010XL is the home of Gator Nation and the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. I'm Hacker, and we keep you connected with the University of Florida all year long. Get Gator Bites where you find podcasts.
Your home is your sanctuary where memories are made. Jack's homeowners trust Superior Fence and Rail to make their home feel safe, secure, and complete. Imagine a classic wood fence for privacy, sturdy aluminum to protect your pets, or a modern vinyl design that boosts curb appeal. Every fence is built with precision and pride, standing strong in every season.
When you're on the fence, about the fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Roses are red, violets are blue. A broken pipe? That's no way to woo. This Valentine's Day, don't let plumbing or HVAC problems ruin the romance. 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com.
Mia here. Since 1982, Closets by Design has specialized in creating dream spaces for every budget. My designer, Frances, made the process so easy. She came to my house and designed a beautiful walk-in closet that's already so incredibly functional for me and old Beau Valentine. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation at 1-800-293-3744 or visit closetsbydesign.com. And take advantage of extended savings this month. Get 40% off and another 15% off with 18-month special financing.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Pella Windows and Doors. Look, it's kind of cooling down right now. I love opening my windows up this time of year. If you're looking to upgrade your windows in your home, I want you to visit the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Ask about their latest hurricane and impact-resistant windows and doors, rated #1 by Consumer Reports in all 3 main window categories. You want quality, style, and protection? Visit PellaJacks.com and the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. That's Pella Windows and Doors online at PellaJacks.com.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. Jags EVP Tony Baselli joined the drill this morning for breakfast with Baselli. Here he is on finding the right guy in Liam Cohen.
We knew what we were looking for in a head coach, and Shad was very clear of kind of where he saw it and where he wanted to go, and we went through the process. And at the end of it, we landed on the right guy. And I'll tell you, I was excited the night we offered him the job and he accepted it. I am more convicted after being with him for 10-plus days and working side by side with Liam Cohen that we picked the right guy.
The 6th-ranked Florida men's basketball team shocked #1 ranked Auburn by 9 on Saturday and will face #22 Mississippi State tomorrow. Catch play-by-play at 7 on 92.5 FM. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. It's 62 degrees at 9 o'clock. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill. We're wasting time. Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
All right, let's get nasty. We're out here at the stadium.
That's not necessary.
That's some great nasty stories out here through the years. I know you do.
I have a...
you want to share any of them?
No, I don't have any, quote, nasty. I don't even know what you're talking about. I have a shocking Shazam Spotlight stat here for you that tells you can platform it any way you want.
Mm-hmm.
America says, hey, live, GTH.
Okay.
Live Golf. I don't know if you heard, they've moved to big FS1 now. They got a big American,
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they're on Fox Sports 1, FS2. And
I used to catch them on the CW.
Yeah, well, they had the same thing. They had a round, opening round telecast. This past Thursday on FS2 got less viewers than the drill did that morning on YouTube.
Shout out.
That's right. That's how we roll.
Way to go, drill.
Yeah, 12,000 views in its opening round. 12,000 viewers in the opening round telecast.
Yeah, they better merge soon.
Live is so stupid. And I'm sitting there watching. They're compelling names, Dan.
I know.
I'm sitting there watching. You know what? Look, I don't necessarily miss them, but I'd rather see Patrick Reed than, Rasmus Højgaard.
Well,
whoever.
It does prove one thing. The tour is bigger than the player.
Big time.
You
Now,
know,
these guys
maybe-
have gone off to a blitz. Now they all made their money. They don't care.
They don't care.
But it's like it's not a competitive league. It's so unwatchable, Dan. I just can't get past the drum beat of the music when I even try. If I even venture to give Liv a chance, they drive me away with the lunacy of what they're doing.
Yeah. Here's another stat of the day for you. The Eagles blitz Pat. This is along the lines of Tony Baselli, his mantra of inside out. The Eagles blitzed Patrick Mahomes on 0 of his 42 dropbacks. He's the 6th quarterback in Super Bowl history to not be blitzed a single time. All 6 quarterbacks lost.
That means you're just dominating so bad that you don't have to. That makes sense.
Win up front.
It makes sense that I bet you in the history of the NFL, every time a team has blitzed 0 times, they've won the game. I bet you that's the case.
Win up front.
It's hard to. How do you lose if you don't ever have to blitz? How can you scream any louder that man they are just getting dominated? They don't have to send anybody extra, and it completely changed Mahomes and the Chiefs yesterday. It's hard to believe a team so dominant can look so impotent.
One of the fun things of winning the Super Bowl is you get to start the season on a Thursday night. So who will the Eagles face?
What are the options?
You get Washington, Dallas, and the Giants. So you could always do an NFC East game. You got the Lions.
Yeah, I don't. Do they
you got
want
the Bears.
They should
do the Raiders, Rams, or Broncos.
But there's not a lot there. It's the Lions or a
Do you
division.
want to give up?
Well,
here's the problem. You know that game's going to be heavily watched. So do you throw the Lions in there, which could be like the game of the year, Week 5 on a Sunday night or whatever?
The only thing I would say is they put the Ravens in that game last year. That was an AFC Championship game rematch. The Ravens played at Kansas City in the Thursday nighter.
That's right.
Can't be any bigger than that.
That's a good point.
Lions, Eagles wouldn't be any bigger if they want to take that same strategy.
Then you go Lions, Eagles.
That's a heck of a game.
Yeah, you go Lions.
And I think we have another Friday game. Gosh, who knows what it'll be. Word is it won't.
Where's
be the
that
Jags.
from?
Where are they this year? Peru? I don't know where.
Oh,
it's
I don't
from.
know. I'm asking.
I think though there is a Friday game. I'm almost positive.
I did not know this, and I saw this. They did the story a lot of times, and it was very heart-wrenching every time. The tragedy that happened in New Orleans during the college football playoffs, and the one young man who was there, and the family has made it a point to say, hey, listen, don't forget about the others.
For sure. You're talking about the
Tiger Besh was the young man from Princeton who played.
And his brother tore up the Senior Bowl.
Well, his younger brother.
07.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tiger Besh, I didn't know he had a younger brother until the Senior Bowl moment.
I didn't know.
And then I found
Tiger
out
Besh
about him.
was
He
until
started LSU, Louisiana people.
Yeah, I knew that.
He left Louisiana. He went to TCU, had a heck of a year at TCU. And so now he's an NFL prospect, his younger brother. And he talked about how much his older.
He was the Senior Bowl MVP, I think.
Oh, yeah. He caught the game-winning touchdown with no time left, which was cool. But it's just, the mother's anguish. Because every time they do the story, and I've seen it 3 different times by 3 different networks, the mom says the same thing. I begged him not to go out that night. He's 27 years old. He's going, he's going to have.
Is it New Year's Eve, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was New Year's Eve. And so it was just so sad.
Listen, I have been on the streets of New Orleans at New Year's Eve 6-8 times in my life.
Yeah.
We were talking yesterday about New Orleans because the Super Bowl was there where I was. And, we had that stretch, Hick, in the 90s.
Yes.
Where between Florida and Florida State and Gators and basketball, I went to New Orleans, Hick, I'm not kidding, 6-7 times in 10 years.
Yes.
I saw Florida State, I think Ohio State maybe. I saw Florida State, Virginia Tech. I saw Florida, Miami. I saw Florida State. It's just nonstop. So I've been on those streets at that time of year a bunch of times.
So anyway, it was a wonderful story. The NFL honored all the victims' families at the game yesterday. They had them down on the field, which was kind of a neat thing. So, but just a gut punch story because this kid is 27 years old. He's working in. His best friend is a huge Eagles fan. So his best friend, who was also with him and got hit and got kind of knocked around and his legs mangled, said, I will never go back there again. Well, the Eagles made the Super Bowl.
Did he go?
And so Brandon Graham presented him with tickets, and he said, we know that we think it'd be great. We know it's in New Orleans. So he honored, he and Tiger had talked about if the Eagles make the Super Bowl, they were going to go. So
the younger brother,
the one who died.
Oh,
no, the one who died.
Oh.
They were best friends. He was best friends with the young man who died. They were together on on New Year's Eve. So it was a very sad story. But anyway, it was very well done. And like I said, all the different networks did it.
Side-eyed.
And so.
Side-eyed you big time.
There he is. Marcel Robinson is here.
Side-eyeing. A lot of side-eyeing going on. There's another one. Nice
Yeah,
side-eyeing
I
me.
promise you this.
Uh-huh.
You'd whip him in golf. I tell you that right now. You'd whip him in golf, Yeah. He knows it.
He said so.
He said so. It doesn't count.
Yeah, so. So the second recruiting wave is finished, right?
Yes.
And so now we're getting some overall evaluations of different subsets of the recruiting classes.
Uh-huh.
Like they're ranking schools by best offensive line class or best.
Okay.
Did you see this about Florida?
No.
And I've been looking at them.
By the receivers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The number one receiver class in the country.
According to some, yeah.
Yeah.
It's up for debate.
Well, the one that I looked at had him as the number one. They had. Well, it probably depends on the. Which
the
one?
hardcore recruitniks get really ticked. The Gator recruitniks who really follow it get really ticked at one of the sites. I think it's on 3, but I'm not positive. So I don't want to I'm not disparaging, but because they really pay attention. And so sometimes it seems like if the kid goes to Florida, his ranking will drop.
Yeah.
And things of that nature.
That's the oldest time.
Yeah.
That suspicion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this service, whichever one that was, projecting them as the best overall, had all 4 of those receivers in the top 12.
Yeah.
Receivers. And no other school had 4 top 12 receivers. But I think what it does is, look, that's better than I thought it was. I knew these names were good, and you're happy to get them. But Florida's recruiting is so, upper middle of the pack that, it's hard to believe
I'll
that
just
they're
say
actually.
This. If they truly are the best receiving
2 years should be a good year.
No, this year. One of them's going to shine.
Well, Jeremiah Smith did. Ryan Williams did. That's fair.
What I'm saying. One of them's going to jump in. And
you already got UT Wilson, who's, beyond serviceable, what many thought was a NFL talent.
I think they'll be in pretty good shape at the receiver spot. And I really like the running back room. And I like the fact that the O-line most of it is back intact. So.
Yeah, it should be. He is set up to. I really think it should be a lot. I think 7-5, you can fire his butt, man. I ain't even kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding, man. At some point, you guys show progress, and you don't have – he has built that program now, Dan, to a point.
And I'll say this, too.
They got a superstar quarterback. They got a lot of people back. They got a high ceiling. You better hit it.
The damn conference, those dirty so-and-sos in Hoover, better give us a better, easier schedule. Better give us a Missouri-like schedule or a Texas-like schedule
26.
in 26. Because we suffered in 24 and 25.
Yeah, with tough schedules, for sure.
Tough schedule. All right, let's take a break.
And by the way, that little trampoline effect that the Gators were able to get late, beating LSU and Ole Miss at home.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be at the end of the year, and they may be 7-2,
right,
and in contention, and have to play those games on the road.
Ain't easy.
And you've also added now a payback formula to that equation.
Good point. Good point. All right, we'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. 9 o'clock nasty was fairly clean, PG-13-esque. So you know what that means. It's time to pull out my favorite TV show. We may be up Schitt's Creek when we get back.
Gosh, there it went.
Joe Cowart.
That's the quiet cool.
Matt Hayes.
Come on, help us win.
And Leon Searcy.
All right, let's break someone's clavicle on 3.
XL Prime Time.
1, 2, 3.
2 to 4 weekdays on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Tired of seeing the signs of aging in the mirror? Fine lines, sun damage, redness? They don't have to be part of your future. I'm Dr. Mark Capel, a board-certified dermatologist, and I can help you look and feel your best without invasive surgery or painful treatments. Imagine rejuvenating your skin in a relaxing, comfortable environment with minimal to no downtime. Smooth out fine lines, even skin tone, and restore that youthful glow. Find out how to look and feel your best at dermagnify.com. Dermagnify.com.
The drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Upgrade your home with the winning combination of style and performance from Renewal by Andersen. Energy efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. For a limited time, buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires February 28th. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions if you're 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, you have children. Of course, you want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney, I'm not. But we both want to know, have you done your last will? Oh, man, Hick, come on. No? Got to take care of it. Put it on your list. You want to get your assets to the people that you choose. Planning also will help minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He's going to listen. He's going to help you with the decisions that you got to make. He's going to provide you info so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm, man. You got questions, just reach out to Matty. He's got the answers. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. The offices are in Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, why is it that when you look at how long a store has been in business, that it always seems to be the stores like Underwood's that sell fine quality that have been around the longest?
Frank, that's a question that really doesn't get asked a lot, but it should be. There are a number of reasons, but probably the biggest is because of the endorsements our longtime customers and their pieces of jewelry have given us through the years. You see, when you sell really fine quality jewelry, that piece will last longer and always stay beautiful. It might stay in the same family for generations. And through those years of wear, a lot of compliments will be made and a lot of people will be told where the piece of jewelry came from. You see, at a store like Underwood's, it's our stated goal to be the best jeweler in the South, not the biggest. So everything we do and carry has to help move us toward that goal. And ultimately, it's the satisfied customers wearing fine quality jewelry that have kept Underwood's in Jacksonville since 1928.
Underwood's in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Grinding out good grades can be just as challenging as winning games. That's why 1010XL salutes the Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234. Wednesdays on The Frangie Show.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
ET here, and if you've ever been injured in an accident, you have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits. You have the right to choose your own doctor, too. And I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation, the auto accident experts.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, I like that.
The Flintstones going on there or something.
Well, we're playing the stadium for a little bit today, so that'll be fun. I'm going to play, Jeff, as you know from the tips.
The tips?
I like to...
The tips of the front tees?
I like to see what the professionals are thinking about as they attack each shot. So, I like to throw down 3-4 balls and play them differently.
Yeah, I'm not going to let you do that. You're going to go to the front tees, and you're going to hit it, and then you're going to go hit it again. That's
if you can find it.
Yeah, that's more like I'm trying to see if they'll let this media gaggle go out already because we get off the air at approximately 10 o'clock. We have a 10:10 time.
Yes.
The media
they have a 9:30.
Have a 9:30 shotgun. And so I thought what happened last year, getting off late, they shotgunned them off like 18, 17, 16, 15, 30, so then when it comes time to us, we got to wait for them to all go through. That's not happening this year.
No, we got to
At 10:10, we're going to the thing, and I don't give a darn who if I'm cutting in front of the
right
TU or
yeah.
no laying up. We're going.
Hey.
And we have two who are assigned to play with us, but I don't know who they are.
We've got a tag, and we've...
Oh, I just made Johnny so happy,
We've
man.
gifted out some hats to the boys.
These LaFave, they've got these LaFave... TPC hat. They are fantastic.
Yeah,
kids love them.
I was trying to get that hat since last year or 2 years ago.
You got one, buddy. You got one, and John got one. Yeah,
you know who's going to be? Who's going to be ticked though?
Who that?
The Blood. Brooksy.
That's true.
Blood's going to be ticked. When he knows.
Yeah, he is.
That's a big win for you. That's a big win.
ET, if you got to immediately post it on X and tag Brooks with
man.
Thanks to my man Dan for this awesome hat.
Hey, but in fairness, I done hooked Brooksy up with LaFave already.
That's true, too. That's true, too.
Yeah.
I have a LaFave. I have the Gator hat. I have one of those at home. Yeah. I think this is sharper even than the Gator. So y'all are going to enjoy those. Y'all wear them around, have fun. And
yeah.
My man, John, ET, my man starts throwing high cash dollar amounts at me. I'll buy that from you for X.
And he don't want to be called Johnny Ballcap, Jeff.
Bro, listen to me. When he offered it was a good play. If he said, hey, I'll give you $50 for that hat. But the guy was it worth that much? I'll gift it. That makes me feel good. I mean, it's worth that much, right?
Yes. So we welcome you back to the program. We're hanging out here at the stadium. Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl champions just dismantled in a boring game. A
terrible football game. Bottom 5 Super Bowl in all time, and in the worst since the Seahawks game.
Couple things from a broadcast standpoint, because I like to look at that stuff. Fox unveiled a new score graphic. I didn't mind it. A lot of people didn't like it. I was fine with it. It was simple.
I thought it was better.
It was simple and easy to look at.
I liked it.
Did you? You may have seen this. Jeff probably did not. And I don't know if it was on the pregame show or just on social media, but they did a tribute to Jimmy Johnson.
Yes.
And I'm assuming it was AI.
Yes.
It was unbelievable.
It was.
They had Jimmy Johnson walking in a stadium, okay? And the camera panned behind him, and it kind of morphed into number 60 Arkansas Razorbacks. Came around him, and it was Jimmy Johnson as a college football player talking as a 20-year-old. About it, and then talking about his roommate, Jerry Jones, and then it went into his coaching and all the different stops he made, and then he finally got his chance at Oklahoma State, and then he went to the U, and it just keeps morphing into Jimmy at that time in his life.
This AI stuff is scary.
It was really good, though.
You got to be really careful, of posts you see though from people. With this AI. Like, you'll send these tweets out, and it'll have somebody say something, incredibly outrageous or inappropriate. I think it's almost to the point now that you might be able to get away with going and saying those kind of things because now no one believes that it's actually you.
Well, it was very good, and it was well done, and I enjoyed that. As far as...
What about the Tom Cruise opening? That didn't do it for me at all.
No.
Is he still a thing, E? I mean, is Tom Cruise a thing for people?
Yes.
He is?
Yeah, he's got another Mission Impossible. Again, I haven't watched the Mission Impossibles, but this is his eighth
They're
one,
good.
I think.
They're good movies.
I'm going to have to go back and watch all 8 one weekend.
There are that many. The problem with the Mission Impossibles for me is I'm missing 3 or 4, but because I have no idea which 3 or 4 I saw and which 3 or 4 I haven't, I'll never watch the 3 or 4 that I haven't. But I guess the new one I'll know I haven't.
But I felt like there were so many different opens and such throughout there was an open to this, open to that, well-produced this, well-produced that. It was almost too much. The boys started the pregame show on Bourbon Street. That was interesting.
I watched a little bit of the pregame at home. I was mostly watching golf, but some of the pregame.
Yep.
It looked like it was turned on Bourbon Street, too. Woo.
It was nice to see on ESPN. It was nice to see Randy Moss back.
He got emotional, I saw.
Yeah, that was good. So I enjoyed that.
Where is he in his recovery? Did they say? I mean, he's already had the
I don't know.
surgeries and chemos. And
I don't know. I think he's doing okay, so that was good. I don't know what his prognosis is or anything like that. And then I also want to, we rip ESPN all the time.
Deservedly.
I want to give ESPN a pat on the back.
Okay.
And this is for the old guys. Dickie V returned and did a basketball game. And then Hubie Brown yesterday, at the age of 91 years old. I'm like, 90.
That was his last one, too.
Yes. 91 years old. I kind of feel like if you patted Hubie Brown on the back, his, bones would turn to dust. I mean, he's so old. But, he's a great basketball mind. He's terrific. I haven't watched him in a couple years, but he had always done a great job on the mic. Hubie Brown's a longtime basketball coach, for those who don't know, but he did his last game yesterday at the age of 91. He chose to do it in Milwaukee, where I think it maybe started for him. It was very well. Mike Breen was there, which was nice, and it was a good thing. So anyway, I appreciate ESPN nurturing some of the old guys as an old guy. How about that?
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool to see, and watching and Dickie V with the Clemson Duke game. Which ended up
being a great game.
Clemson ended up winning that
game.
Did
1, 2, and 3 all lose? 1 and 2 lost.
Alabama, I think, is going to be 1 now.
Is Florida going to...
Florida will be like 3 or 4.
Top seed is what I'm wondering.
They got a chance.
The last Lunardi had 3 top seeds from the SEC, Auburn, Alabama, and Tennessee. I now think with the Auburn win, Florida should be ahead of Tennessee.
See if they jump them.
Well, they played them twice. They beat them by 30, and they lost to them by 20, and then they just beat number 1 on the road.
I think Florida has 1 less loss than Tennessee.
Total.
But Florida, listen... They got a big game. Was it tomorrow night or Wednesday night? Mississippi State.
Tomorrow. It's Tuesday.
Yeah, they got a big game. That's a good team. They're coming.
They're going to win that game.
All right, we'll
if
see.
they try. I mean, if they play. They made me a re-believer on Saturday. That was a fantastic. That shows that there still is a ceiling that they can hit. They didn't peak earlier in the year, because teams do that. Right? You peak early, you're great. You win that game against Tennessee, first time you beat a number 1 in the regular season.
Right.
And now here they are, holy hockey sticks. They've beaten 2 different number 1 teams in the regular season. It's amazing.
They've
amazing. Never beaten number 1 on the road before. Look, this is and they're doing it with a really good team.
Yeah.
So now they're solidified as a top 5 team, and it'll be hard to budge them off unless they lose 3 or 4 in a row. It'll be hard to get them off. They've earned that street cred now that, you're going to lose some games, just as Tennessee has, just as Alabama has.
And one other note before we go to break, and we'll head to break with this. Spring has sprung in Florida. Spring training starts. Boys are reporting. So away we go with another baseball season, which is good news for me and Jeff, and a lot of you don't care.
Well, if you have a live arm and can throw some inter squads, the Braves could use you, because we got 6 pitchers, I believe, have reported.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and make the turn for home. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Bone-crushing blows to game-winning goals.
Yes!
Feel the energy on 1010XL.
History!
Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day, anytime. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. Why? Because Doc T's decided to take the exciting leap into the world of concierge medicine, and I went with him. I've been going to Doc T forever. Here's why I'm going with him. I said, Doc T, what's concierge medicine? Well, if you need an appointment, you're not feeling good, guess what? You come see me that day. You don't have to, hey, you're going to need an appointment. We can get you in a week after next. Got a medical emergency? Here's Doc T's personal phone number. If he doesn't answer, he'll get right back to you 7 days a week. It's like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. As far as doctors, Townsend's the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest, been in our community forever. So whether it's yearly physical, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, or hospital follow-ups, Doc T's got you covered. So if you have questions, just do yourself a favor. Go to mypvconcierge.com for all your answers. That's mypvconcierge.com.
Don't miss the Players' Championship
March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Around this time last year, I was celebrating. Why? Because I had reached my goal of dropping 40 pounds with Awaken 180. It felt great. We all set goals, but most times we don't have a plan to hit them, so it's not really a goal. I'd call it more of a wish, and we know how that saying goes. With Awaken 180, I didn't wish the weight away. I had a plan, and this time, I knew I'd reach my goal, and I did it. 40 pounds gone in just 2 months. Simple. That was a year ago, and I haven't put on a pound. How do I feel? Like $1,000,000. Like the horizon line that looked so far away all those years is now right in front of me. And it's a brand new day. And it's time to seize it. Night and day from where I felt carrying around all that weight, having to untuck my shirts, winded trying to tie my shoes. If you're overweight, you know what I mean. Set your goal and know you'll reach it with the solution for weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Your new roof from Universal Roof and Contracting can help save a life. Percentage of every new roof this month will go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. St. Jude's is leading the way. The world understands, treats, and defeats childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection. This promotion ends February 28th. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Go to WM.com/Duval.
Are you having trouble selling your home or coming to a decision to sell your home because you hear some of the problems people are running into? Recent talk about interest rates, economic uncertainty. Is now the right time to sell? Will you get the price you need? What about repairs or showings? Here's the good news. You don't have to figure that out by yourself. Hire the friendly, no-pressure, experienced agents. They eat and sleep Jacksonville real estate. Call my agents Chad and Sandy Newman. Maybe you want guaranteed no-hassle home sale but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Chad and Sandy can do it. They do it with a bottom-line guarantee. Your home sold guaranteed or they will buy it. That's right. At agreed-upon terms, it's as simple as that. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move-in date. Jonathan Mount Pleasant said the only thing standing between me and my dream of traveling in my RV was the sale of my Mount Pleasant home. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio, and boom, 3 days, multiple offers. That's chadandsandy.com.
Denny Thompson here. If you haven't heard, Tyson Sound and Security has a house built right inside their showroom, showcasing complete home automation and security systems. You have to see it to believe it. This setup can recognize intruders who approach your door and alerts them to leave if there's a break-in. Keep your family safe with the most state-of-the-art technology. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it work. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On February 10th, 1989, Boston Celtics Casey Jones and Cleveland Cavaliers Lenny Wilkens are both elected into the NBA Hall of Fame.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJax.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
An ACL tear can be a devastating injury with prolonged pain and rehabilitation. Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari. I'm a sports medicine orthopedic surgeon who grew up right here in Jacksonville and then went on to train with the world-renowned Dr. James Andrews. At Bari Orthopedics, we use the most current techniques to get you back on the field with less pain and quicker rehabilitation. We treat all types of sports injuries with the newest techniques available. Please call us for consultation or visit BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Now here is my love. For years, we've been telling you about one of the most unique Valentine's Day gifts you can give. I promise you, in the list of memorable Valentines, your sweetheart will put this near the top. We're talking about the Singing Valentines. It goes to a great cause, and the Big Orange Chorus is going to make your Valentine's Day. It'll include 2 songs by the quartet, a rose, a big Hershey's kiss, and a digital photo. Get yours today by going to bigorangechorus.com or call 944-355-SING.
If you're watching football this season, you know anything can happen. And on Hard Rock Bet, we mean anything. One fan in South Florida turned a $1 touchdown parlay into a $40,000 payday. Hard Rock Bet has parlays for days. With flex parlays, now you can even miss a few picks and still get paid. Parlays for every kind of play. Only on Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. When your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, welcome back as we cool down on the Super Bowl. The football season officially over. Say goodbye, football.
Yeah.
See you before you know it.
I'll take it one step further, and I'm cooling down on this perch that we placed Kansas City in. And I'm not saying they're done, and I'm not – well, just from this standpoint,
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not a dynasty, but we are awful quick to give equal – billing and footing and credit to guys who come along chasing guys or teams that did much more. And Dan, I just went through my Rolodex of a memory, and I don't remember the Patriots in their dynasty getting emasculated ever. And the Chiefs now twice in their Super Bowl losses have gotten the crap blown out.
Yeah.
They've gotten their offensive line picked up and shaken free. So let's just cool off on comparing
I
the
will say this, though.
Chiefs to the Patriots, who did it with a lot more strength than what we saw yesterday.
I don't think anyone in NFL history has made it to the 3rd Super Bowl with a chance to 3-peat.
They haven't. It's the first one.
So, and if I'm a Kansas City fan, I'll take what we've done over the last 6 years and run with it and call it a dynasty all we want. It's a fair point. I mean, Tampa got them good. It very much was reminiscent of the Bucs game. And I think Freddie T had a good point today, too. You know, this was not a great Kansas City team. It's a Kansas City team that knew how to win and won close game after close game after close game. And so maybe that was something to it. But with all that said, Philadelphia is a better team, and they deserve to be Super Bowl
And give the Eagles credit for their place in history.
Yeah.
I saw no team has won Super Bowls within 7 years with different coach and quarterback.
Good for them.
Both being different.
Yeah.
So 2017, they won with Peterson and Foles, and now here they are in 2024 winning with Sirianni.
One of the things that's happened with now 59 Super Bowls is there's a lot of – it's kind of become like the NBA. No team has done, you know, and so you can find a sort of a statistic to fit your narrative if you want to. So that's kind of interesting going forward because we now have had 59 next year. The 60th
I will
Super
say
Bowl.
this. What yesterday should have been is a wake-up call of stop with the excuses. Somehow the AFC has made the Chiefs a bigger monster than they are.
Yeah.
Because the NFC's coming along and saying, what? What's the big deal?
Yeah.
San Francisco leads them into the final quarter, both Super Bowl losses.
Yeah.
Philly beats them yesterday. Tampa beat them before. So, you know, it might be time to start either dialing back our opinions of Lamar and Josh Allen or more critically calling out these teams for not being able to man up.
It was definitely a pro-Eagles crowd at that Super Bowl yesterday, that's for sure. So Chiefs fans have gotten spoiled, and broke probably chasing the Chiefs around. So spending all those money for playoff tickets and such. So maybe that helped. I don't know, but it definitely was, a pro Philly crowd.
Did you happen to see, and I think this corresponded more with the Chiefs taking the field, and it happened to be a pro-Philly crowd, and I think the image just went up at the same time, but did you see your girl Tay-Tay get roundly booed? Like, her face went up on the Jumbotron.
Oh, really?
As the Chiefs were coming on the field, and so the whole place went boo. And her face went from what's going on to like outright panic. She's never been booed before. She's never been booed.
Hey.
It ain't the Eras Tour, baby. You're at the Super Bowl.
Kelsey killed Kansas City's chances with that suit he was wearing into the game. I don't know what the hell that thing was.
Yeah, it's about time. Kelsey's becoming more influencer than football player.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
Yeah, he definitely was a flashback into the 70s or something.
Yeah, that didn't work for me. And then I think Patrick, if I'm not mistaken, might have had Eagle Green suit on.
Did he?
If I'm not,
I didn't see him coming in.
They showed him walking. He definitely had a green suit.
Probably shouldn't go Eagle Green.
Might have been trolling Philly a little bit.
Yeah, some athletes do that. They'll wear the colors of the opposing team that they're facing.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a post-game narrative that I don't like. I've made this point before, and I'll do it again here.
All right.
Moving forward, if teams are so freaking offended by what's being said and done, y'all feel free to bring it out before the game.
Right.
Like on your Friday. You know what? We've been listening all week. They're talking about 3P.
After the game.
Right, but after the game, whoa, we were really offended. Good for you. I'd rather not even report that. Like if you're not gonna tell me on Friday how pissed you are and you're gonna do something about it. Don't tell me Sunday after you've won.
The embedded reporters, I always love that for the Super Bowl, which means you stand outside the hotel. But Jeff Darlington was Kansas City, and Sal Pal was a Philly, which Sal Pal's a good Philly fit. And, of course, Sal Pal, who we love, had an interesting line. And I was like, how do you know this, Sal Pal? But in the end, I think he was kind of right. He goes, I've been around this Philadelphia team since the first week when we went to Brazil. Is that where they went?
Yeah.
And he goes, I've never seen them more confident.
I saw that before the game. He said that. I saw him. Watch that report.
Like, ooh, okay, Sal Pal.
And
I'm like, how do you?
I took note of that. It's funny you brought that up.
Yeah. So I give him,
it sounded like you're just throwing in a reporter opinion.
But he was right.
Yeah.
He proved to be right. They knew.
Sal Pal's a good dude in today's day and age. These people look at me. He just does it, doesn't he?
They knew. They had confidence, and they whipped the Chiefs up front. And remember the Chiefs, a lot of people had raved about that Chiefs offensive line. They rave about the center. They raved about moving Tooney to the left tackle spot, because they were
Booger ended up being right on that. All they did was make two positions weaker while doing that.
Yeah. So
keep your all-pro guard and just find a tackle.
So in the end, and Mahomes was running for his life, and I don't care how good of a quarterback. We've seen it happen with Peyton Manning. We've seen it happen with Tom Brady. We've seen it happen with Patrick Mahomes. I don't care how good you are. If you can get pressure on the quarterback, you can beat that quarterback. And they did yesterday with 4 guys. As we pointed out before, never blitzed them. And the 6 quarterbacks who never got blitzed in the Super Bowl all lost their game.
I think it's an indication of just how much you're
win up
dominating
front.
another team that you don't even have to send extras.
I'm a believer, Tony Baselli. I'm a believer.
Well,
win up front.
This is certainly
Did he not say today that he was drafting Mason Graham over Abdul Carter?
I believe you asked him which of those two was he taking, and he dismissed your question as being, kind of stupid.
Yes.
Obviously, even if one of those were an answer, he couldn't tell you.
Yes.
In his new role now as official team honcho.
Yes.
He's a team honcho. Don't call him Mike.
Yes. Yeah, he'll be doing GM interviews this week.
Yes, that's correct. Tony
GM
Baselli,
interviews.
GM. Same guy that we, broke the draft party trophy with. Same man who placed it in the urinal. That's right. Making all the big decisions for us this week. So.
Don't you worry, Jacksonville.
I will say this, and if Tony's listening right now, that's fine. Let me just give a warning to everyone down at the stadium. This kind little sunshine pumper that you see, that's not Tony's resting face, okay? There are going to be moments where the big fella's personality and drive and competition come through. So
you want that.
Enjoy this nice little kumbaya time. We're all around the campfire here, and Liam Cohen's strumming on the guitar, and Tony's just clapping and singing along. But this is a grown-up business, and they got a long way to go. So I think it'll be sooner rather than later that we're going to have crux points. I liked what Tony said.
Singing Kumbaya
if he wants. I'll tell you.
Kumbaya, my lord.
Kumbaya. The one thing that I will take from From what I forget what I was going to say,
That's
watching
good.
the influencers.
It's time to get out of here.
I suddenly, by the way,
yeah,
and I'm a YouTube golf watcher, and I like watching them, but I'm turning on this whole influencer thing. It annoys me that these little YouTubers are out here on media day with their 14 cameramen as they make the same bogey that I'm about to make. It just annoys me, right? You want to show me Bob does sports and they're having fun and drinking and all carrying on, that's fine. But bringing me out these little, long drive here and golf girl there and, just so you can, I just don't, that annoys me. I'm not going to lie.
Get us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Service by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town at coolcatsjacks.com.
Oh, everyone be careful. It's Kyle Berkshire. Ooh. Dan, is that Gabby Golf Girl?
I don't know
Stop
any
it
of
with you. You know what these influencers are doing now? They're showing up to the best golf courses in the world with a camera and playing for free. Idea to
sign me up.
Come on.
I got a 50-50 shot. I'm going to go. Tony joins us now live. Tony, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, you're better than Mahomes.
Super Bowl chatter coming up today, I suspect.
Oh, yeah. We'll be reacting to what happened last night at the Super Bowl, and a question of the day today just asking who do you expect the Super Bowl matchup to be next year, but we'll react to everything that happened in New Orleans last night. Why not?
Why not?
Lots of reasons why not, but why not say it now?
Yeah. I would say I will say this, if the Jags and Falcons did play a Super Bowl, it would be 5-4 on a last-second safety.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, have a great show.
Thank you.
All right, that's Tony. Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today.
It's like the Lord knew exactly when we would be playing. The fog is blown off. The sun has come out. Blue skies.
It's wonderful.
Expect Dan to make a lot of birdies today. A lot of birdies.
Okay, let's go do it. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we're at JU. So
sure.
We could travel for the drill.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Travis Pastrana here from Nitro Circus Live, and you're listening to 1010XL 92.